Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the GT3 Mini Endurance tonight. Next to me tonight is Brendo, as usual, and we're at Sandown, the home of power, as Scotty would say. And how are we feeling about tonight, Brendo?
Yeah, good. Had the pleasure of watching some of the broadcasts a little bit earlier on in the week, the TCRs here in particular, and watching some pretty close racing. Well, some pretty interesting racing. Certainly the home of power, as you say, the TCRs certainly lack that. So going to be very interesting to see these GT3 cars here, maximum horsepower, maximum attack, and as we saw in the earlier series, plenty of curb usage here, and those GT3s are going to eat them all up as we start qualifying now with the amateur class heading out onto track first.
Yeah, so they're all coming out now. Brendo O'Neill's our first one out. Look at them all coming out now. And before they get on their laps, we should thank all our sponsors, main sponsor DSL Welding Services, and all the rest of our sponsors down in the bottom right. Thanks to all those guys, makes it all happen. So it was a pleasure actually talking besides Scotty last night, and there was a lot of information about how much downforce can you use around this place, because we were talking about setups and how the cars move around. So we kind of figured out you want a soft spring, no downforce kind of setup, and it's the most sketchiest setup. So it's gonna. I'm wondering what everyone's gonna use tonight. So yeah, it should be interesting.
Yeah, I think we definitely saw throughout the week if you can attack those curves through 2, 3, 4, that kind of section, and down the back of the straight through the S's, you want to carry as much speed as possible through those two sections of the track. So I think that softer setup is going to be very beneficial. Obviously, we talked about that you mentioned downforce there, two very big long straights here at this track. You certainly want the top end of the screen as we take a look at the race info on screen there. So Sandown, of course, 3.1 kilometer circuit in Melbourne, home of the Sandown 500. Our track temp today, our weather today, 18 degrees, 50% chance of rain. Of course, iRacing, that's going to be a 0% chance. Overcast weather and a slight breeze across the track isn't going to affect the top end too much. I think we're going to be in for some really great racing tonight.
Yeah, it should be good. Absolutely, it should be very competitive and should be very good. It's been heating up with all the fishy boys and all the juice guys and all the kitten cars. So the kitten cars have been doing really well in the M split. They've been a big standout for myself, just to watch them kind of grow into these GT3s and mould themselves into it. But who would you go for Pro-Am?
Well, in the AM class, I've just got the table up actually. Andrew Lydon's currently leading the series, 648 points, followed closely behind 642 points for Matthew Gerard, Nathan Gardner, Ty Delaney, Andrew Proctor rounds out the top 5. Certainly, you say those kitten boys, I think we're going to see them perform very well again here at Sandown. Of course, all these drivers have a certain affinity to the Australian tracks. They always seem to put in a little bit of extra effort. They want to do well here at the home circuits. So yeah, going to be very interesting to see who's put in the most hours in the practice this week, because that's certainly what has seemed to be the key throughout the week in getting through this race.
Yeah, definitely. Matthew Gerard just going off the track there. Brendan O'Neill's our guy that's on the top right now for the AMs. He's done a 7 flat, so it's actually a very good time. It's O'Loughlin, he's been very, very quick. He's been slowly finding his pace. Fuji, I remember his pace was very good. He did it with Kyle Ridley, and yeah, they were very good there. And the other thing too, like we talk about the 1.7 flat, is that supercar pace. So that's very interesting to see. Supercars have a bit more power than these things, but it seems like the downforce is helping them too.
Yeah, and I think the grip too. I remember a couple of years back we did a speed comparison, maybe not that long ago, when the Mercedes first hit the iRacing, the F1 car, and we did a bit of a speed comparison within our team, just for a bit of fun. And at Bathurst, there was only like 0.8 of a difference, I think, between our best guy in a Vette Supercar and our best guy in a GT3, and I believe they were running the Mercedes just because it was the whole Mercedes Formula 1 car. And yeah, so very similar in power, very similar in times, but the way the two cars deliver those times, as you mentioned, the Vette Supercar has a bit more power, GT3 a bit more sort of grip handling through the corners, but all in all creates a pretty similar lap time, but two very different driving experiences.
Oh, Neil going off the track there. Yeah, well, yeah, that's it. They're all very different in their own little way. They've all got their own little quirks. Who else is out there? I saw an SLM and a kitty car there. Yep, on screen there. David Gallo, he's been doing really well. I mean, there's been so many people improving, and they've just been all doing very well. Greg Johnson on board, the great Greg team. They've been doing really well as well. Correct me if I was wrong or not, Brando. Incorrect, but at Phillip Island he did really well.
Yeah, he did. Greg's sort of one of those ones, he's a kind of a dark horse. He's never really up in the top 3, but he always sort of sits around the mid-pack, and that's kind of reflects in the series standings as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Greg's currently sitting 8th in the championship. And again, that just, well, one, it's sort of consistency. But 2, it's also showing up every race as well. Just scoring points on the board. Some of the lead guys here have all had 0 rounds. Greg there just always showing up, putting in consistent performances, and yeah, putting himself in pretty good position for the championship. Of course, this is now round 7. We only have 2 rounds left. Adam Hughes here just joining the track, and he connects to the server and jumps out on track, thinking he was missing out on qualifying. Of course, the pro driver's coming out a little bit later, so we'll see him again.
Yeah, well, these pro drivers, they'll have a bit more grip on the track, as we know. Obviously, the pro guys will put out better lap times. I saw Sebastian Flock absolutely put a banger out before. He did a 6 flat, so that's a second quicker than what these guys are doing right now, which is absolutely incredible pace. Awesome shot coming down the hill. This is my favourite corner. One of the SLM cars coming down the hill. I'm pretty sure that's Andrew Proctor. And Matty Gerard following up behind. He's been doing well. He's been on a few podiums as well.
Yeah, definitely. It seems though, just in these early stages of qualifying, I'm coming into halfway now for the allocated time in the AM class. Some of these guys just struggling to find the grip. Either that, or they're just pushing a little bit too hard to try and find the times. So, Braden O'Loughlin currently on AM class pole with a 107.04. Andrew Lydon close behind, 107.1. Proctor with a 107.2, Peter Pavlik 107.4, a couple in the 4s, Gerard 107.44, Cullen Hodgkinson, I get it wrong every time, Hodgkinson.
There we go.
Down in 6th place, currently Ty Delaney in 7th, and David Gallo currently running in 8th. We've got Greg yet to set a time. Gavin Simpson is also in the AM class. Yeah, so in the AM yet to set a time. And we've talked about already, Flock and Lachlan Capel and who's the other one? Just trying to find his name on the screen.
Blake Delaney even?
No, he's not here.
Oh, is he?
Who's the other one that he was running with last week? Lachlan, Daniel Yeaman. There's the one. Those guys there, you talked about them setting some blistering lap times in practice sessions, but the trend for them lately has been to not qualify, and then the Challenger running through the field. And yeah. I think Sandown doesn't create a lot of passing opportunities. Certainly, end of the first straight, and you know, you can make a good move into, what is it, 12 there at the bottom of the back straight through the S's, but for the most part, not a lot of moments. We see Braden O'Loughlin get really loose there and locks up under brakes into one. He's hit that wall pretty hard. He'll tow back to the pits and start again, no doubt.
Yeah, he'll tow back to the pits and get that car all fixed up. On board with Andrew Lydon here on his lap. He hasn't done a green sector. He's going to go around again. What if we went on board and had a quick look at the kind of pace these guys are putting down and what kind of noises and bangs, crackles and whatever there else is on board now. Andrew Lydon, one of the kitten cars. Look how much curb he's using there. Third gear, really using the car as a bit of a battering ram. Second gear over the curb, done really well there. Turned it in. Look how much turning he's got there. It's absolutely amazing. First gear, second gear, third gear. Rising up in the gears. Now this is where you want to be a bit more relaxed, about to go in one of the hardest sections of the whole track. Ty Delaney on a purple sector as well. Andrew Lydon's on a green sector, so this is going to be really good from him. Down hard on the brakes, down in here. Bang, bang, bang. Down to second gear, first gear. Oh, he's not done that too well. That's going to probably lose him a tenth or two, even more. Coming down to the braking zone, nice and hard on the brakes. You don't want to use them too much. And this won't be a bad lap, but Andrew Lydon, but that's a lap around here, ladies and gentlemen, in a GT3 car. He's done a 7.3, so he did lose about 3/10. So not too bad from Andrew there.
You're not the most aggressive use of the curbs. I think that Porsche probably does prefer to be on the tarmac a little bit more. I think the BMW would probably be the car best suited to jumping the curbs. The Merc probably the quickest in a straight line, I would think. We've certainly seen that in previous weeks, such as at Fuji last week. The Merc certainly had that straight line pace. But a little bit less downforce did cost it through the more technical sections. Something similar again, you think, Connor, here at Sandown?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, if we go through the list of names, which they'll probably hate me for, Harry Dodds, Bruce Tannock, and Blake Delaney had a lot of trouble with having no wing on that car. And around here, it doesn't really matter too much. You can drop the wing off, and you've just got to use your right foot and really just know what you're doing, and with the curbs as well. So it will be very interesting. But the other thing I want to point out too with the setup is the camber and the tyre. So we're running on board one of the juice cars here, and Brendan O'Loughlin, and he's look how much camber he's got there, Brendo. So much, the thing's almost, it's not sitting up straight, so it's got a bit more camber, so you can hit those curbs and attack them a lot harder.
Yeah, definitely, and front lefts do tend to burn out pretty quick here around Sandown. It's very heavy on your front left. We certainly saw some races won and lost throughout the week in the other series with the choice of tyres, taking tyres or choosing not to take them. Cullen Hodgkin takes the purple sector and then takes his way off the tracks. A bit of unfortunate there, but good to see he's got some pace here. Just watching Matty Gerard on the second screen there, just getting it all wrong as well. Lachlan comes down to the sixes. Great time there from him, 6.97. So he extends his lead out a little bit further. Now with a couple of tenths over David Galo.
Yeah, Dave's done a really good lap here. He's but Andrew Lydon's not far behind him at all. A couple of hundreds on the lap. So here he is here, but he's sitting in P2 very happily right now. And the little kitten car, kittens have been running Porsches all season as well. But yeah, they're just stunning looking cars. Look at bright pink, as we all know them. They all normally drive F3s. Oh, so it just goes around there. He wasn't on a bad lap there, not bad at all. On board with Hodgkins here. He hasn't done a bad lap. He's 2/10 off. He's 2/10 off P1 right now, so he's going to be chasing that down right now.
Yeah, we talked about him making that little mistake there, but it hasn't cost him too much. He's managed to come home 4th on the grid. We've got 30 seconds left in the AM qualifying session. So that is the checkered flag that has just been called now for race control. So I think Proctor's the only one starting a new lap. He's abandoned it anyway. So looks like O'Loughlin, or Braden O'Loughlin, will be the only one still on a lap. However, he does hold the pole for the AM class. What's the split looking like? Yeah, not too pretty.
He's done pretty well there to get the pole position. So well done to O'Loughlin there, really good. Now, look at this, Brendo. Have a look at that. Look how many cars that is. That's just absolutely incredible. Jamie Dyke's going to lead him out, though. For this will be an absolute crazy qualifying we're going to see here tonight from the pros. It's all down to qualifying. Where you start, you could just absolutely gap the field if you're out front. Jamie Dyke leads the field out of the pits. Jake Edwards is right behind, and then Dodds. So they're all just going to heat their tyres up. Dodds just weaving out a little bit.
Yeah, everybody there looking for that track position. Everybody in the pro class keen to get out and set a lap time. I think they know that, you know, we referenced it already, Sandown not the easiest track in the world to make a pass on. So this is going to be a very interesting qualifying session, I think. Certainly going to come down to a thousandth of a second, I'm predicting, at the pointy end. And they're not giving each other a huge amount of space down the straights. Obviously the draft is going to play into it a little bit as well.
I'm just noticing on screen, just not too far behind Jake Edwards is Dodds, and Dodds is actually in a Ferrari. That's a
he's had a car change, so
complete
decided to go away from the Mercedes, and he's gone to the Ferrari, which, yeah, as you mentioned, not the most popular car in the series. In fact, I don't know if there actually is another Ferrari in the field. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I do know it's one of my personal favourites to drive. Just as a general all-rounder car, not always the fastest, but for me, being a bit of an average sim racer, it's you know, has that double traction control. It's got a different gear ratio to a lot of the other cars, and yeah, it allows me to make mistakes and get away with them a little bit more than perhaps some of the other cars do, particularly the Porsche.
Yep.
I really struggle in the Porsche personally. I find it a bit of a dog, but once you get the hang of it, they're certainly the fastest car. Speaking of dogs, away.
On board with Jamie Dyke now. But yeah, personally, my favourite car is the Porsche. I've always been a Porsche fan. My teammate drives it, so we've always done a bit of a duo kind of endurance buddies. So I've definitely got to learn how to drive that car over a short period of time. So these are their first couple of laps. The tyres won't be up to temp yet, but they'll just be trying to find that extra bit of temp and a bit of time. So,
yeah, so Jamie Dyke yields to let Jake Edwards go off first. He comes out with a 1:06.9. Sebastian Flock, we've talked about him not qualifying in previous weeks. Straight away tops the chart with his first lap with a 1:06.3. Lachlan Capel also qualifying in the 1:06.3s. His is a 1:06.37. Bruce Tannock gets right up the top as well. He's jumped up into third place, 1:06.53. So definitely plenty of competition starting very early.
Bruce Tannock just going off the track there. Sebastian Flock on screen in the Logitech car, the Evolution car. He's been doing really well. Jake Edwards is off the track now. So it looks like the Beamers are very strong around here. Seeing Lachlan Capel, Sebastian Flock up there. Looks like the BMW is very strong around here. So,
so we sort of mentioned BMW will be able to use a bit of curb, pretty good on the tyres as well. I'll get Toddy in our ear feeding us some of that information. So the usual suspects starting to make their way onto the chart now. Kyle Ridley, Ray Oliver, Harry Dodds fill positions 4 through 6. Jamie Dyke, his first lap, I don't think he was fully committed there, but he has come home in 8th at 106.9. Adam Simpson, he had a bit of a moment in his lap. He's currently with a 107.8. Who else we got there? Daniel Byrne down in the 107s as well. He'll certainly improve on that. Yeah, so Adam Simpson currently sitting down in 13th. We're going to focus on him for his next lap. We predict he's definitely going to improve on his 107.1 that he currently has.
A lot of pressure here, isn't it? Adam Simpson hopefully he's not watching the stream going, oh no, I've got to put a good lap in now, off the track now.
Oh, commentator's cursed.
Yeah, it is a commentator's curse. Scotty did it today, he said something and he ended up in the wall. Probably hated that.
Last week it was Bruce Tannock. Every time he got on stream he crashed. Yep. This week it's Adam Simpson.
Yeah, fellow Kiwi, you still going for Bruce Tannock?
Oh, always, mate, always.
Yeah. I've been kind of going for Dyke recently. He's I reckon he's shaping up to do pretty well in the championship. He's been so consistent, hasn't he? Just been up in the top 3 or in the top 5 recently, hasn't he? He's just been absolutely flying.
Well, I tell you what a beautiful segue. We'll move to the championship points for the Pro Series. Of course, we have 3 races to go: Sandown, Hungaroring, and Bathurst in 2 weeks' time. Adam Hughes currently leads the championship with 672 points. Obviously, last week at Fuji, he ran just to be classified, scoring some points still. In second place, Sebastian Flock with 636 points. Ray Oliver, 606. A few points behind him, fishy boss Michael Whiting coming in at 600. Daniel Byrne, 588. Kyle Ridley also on 588. Jamie Dyke, 564. So that would make him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th position. In 8th, Jake Edwards, 528. Also on 528 is Blake Delaney, and Bruce Tannock currently sitting in 10th place, 522 points. So yeah, 3 rounds to go. Of course, 150 for the race win. Plenty of points still on offer, and it really is anybody's. It's spread out, but when you fight with 150 points, it can change very quickly.
Yeah, it definitely can, doesn't it? It's all about just having that position, but you got to drive smart, don't you? You can't just go, right, I just need to go and win. You've got to go, right, this is my plan of attack. I'm going to smash out these 3 goals in this race. First goal, survive the first lap. Second goal, get in a rhythm. Third goal is try and get a decent position, top 10, top 5, whatever you want to go for. That's where these guys would be thinking right now. But right now, they'd want to be getting a good qualifying. There's not many passing opportunities, like we said. The passing opportunities I can think of is where one of these juice cars are coming up the hill now is Ray Oliver is right here, the fast left. This is where you can put the car at the inside and really make the opportunity and try and stick it. So nice and hard on the brakes. But turn 1 is a really good passing opportunity. I've done a few races around here in the GT3s. But you need to be very smart around here. You can't go out here and just go, right, I just need to drive quick. You got to have a plan of attack.
Yeah, definitely. And one passing opportunity I think you've overlooked there as well, Connor, is the pit lane. We saw it.
Yeah.
We saw it in the TCR race. We had Scotty in the post-race interview talk about the undercut versus the overcut, and the overcut seems to be the way to go in the TCR. But that does pose the question: is that going to be the strategy for the GT3? Obviously, tyre wear and fuel usage at this what is going to be a pretty high burn track. Of course, these long straights. I think it's going to play a pretty big factor in this race.
Well, yeah, I don't think any of the guys will do an undercut, just because when you get that fuel out, the cars are a lot faster, they're a lot lighter, but they're a lot more sketchy. So one of the guys maybe in the back goes, maybe I'll just undercut, then someone else undercuts, then they've got a bit of a slip train, train, so they can do that. Awesome shot here coming down to the fast left. But yeah, I think it's a bit up in the air, Brendo. I think there is a possibility you can do an undercut, but the overcut looks like it's more effective.
Yeah, and one other thing we've referenced in weeks previous as well, obviously the Mercedes is known for having a slightly smaller fuel tank here. In iRacing, potentially a two-stop on the cards for the Mercedes, you think?
It could be, but everyone in here are very good at fuel saving. If it's only a couple of litres, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the guys might just fuel save it.
Yeah,
but,
and I mean that does also pose the question, perhaps, you know, Dodd's making the change to the Ferrari this week, not only, you know, for an easier car to drive at this track, perhaps, but also he's got another trick up his sleeve there.
Definitely. I mean, he could definitely throw something, you know, put his cards down, and it could work. You know, like we've seen it before. So I wouldn't be shocked. Would not be shocked. Jake Edwards on a green sector here. See what kind of lap time he can put down. He's in P3 right now, just right behind Lachlan Capel. Got to go into pits now.
Yeah, had a pretty rough exit there, coming through the S's at the back of the track, and decided to back out of that one. Jamie Dyke's got a couple of green sectors. We'll see if we can pick his car up as he comes up onto the front straight now. Currently sitting in 7th. So yeah, that's 1.7 litres per lap. That's not a lot of fuel, really, when you think about it. At an average lap time of 108. So race pace, I think, is going to be a little bit quicker than a 108. I mean, you know, they're doing what, 6s now, but you know, drop a second maybe in race pace. I think we're definitely going to see some 6s in the race. That's for sure.
I mean, yeah, I think it will be 7s. I think it will be in the 7s range. I don't think it will be 8s. Maybe the guys down the field, maybe, but I think all the guys up front will be mid-7s the whole way. You know, we've seen it before. These guys are just absolutely flying when they've got a bit of fuel in, because you've got to keep in mind, like, you get more grip as well. So through the corners, yeah, they'll be a lot quicker than what they are now.
Jamie Dyke there, a couple of green sectors to complete his lap. He moves up into 3rd place with a new best lap time of a 106.4. At the moment, Sebastian Flock does hold the pole with a 6.06. Bruce Tannock's in the tyres at the turn 5. Jake Edwards also improved with a 106.45, currently sitting in 4th. It's Tannock in 5th with an identical lap time. Ray Oliver 106.49, just behind Kyle Ridley 106.57. So certainly some pretty close lap times coming through here. Adam Simpson comes up into 8th position. Just yielding on track there. We're starting to see quite a few orange sectors. He takes a big piece of the exit curb there on 1. Using all the curbs on 2 and 3. Coming back through 4.
Not long to go at all either. We've got about 2 minutes in the running now. So see what Adam Simpson can do. Is he on a good sector? I don't think. He's got a orange sector. It's not the best, but see what he can do for his next lap.
Yeah, Jared Farrell enters the timing charts there. He's a bit late to qualifying, it seems. His first lap, a 107.35. Bit of smoke from someone there. Jake Edwards off the track. Just sending it a little bit too hard. In the 97 Whitey's Pies Racing entry. Run by Chris Cross. So Vince Markrow with a purple sector in the middle. Coming up into the last couple of corners now. Where's he going to go? Currently sitting in 10th position. And he will stay in 10th position. So purple through sector 2, but losing quite a bit of time in 1 and 3. Only good enough for 10th.
So, clock on screen.
Yeah, 20 seconds left in qualifying. I don't actually know who's on laps here and who's trying to do out laps. So Kyle Ridley looking to finish his last lap. I don't think he'll make the check because there's 3 seconds left. It could be close. He might have just done it. We don't know if he's going to go. Checker flag is out now. He will have one more shot. Daniel Byrne coming through with a green sector in 2. He's currently sitting in... No, he doesn't show up on that. He's currently sitting in 13th, so he's quite a fair way down. He's got a couple of AM drivers ahead of him as well at the moment. So we ride on board. No, we don't. Sorry, we're going to switch to that Ray Oliver now on screen, looking to complete. Oh, it's Kyle. Those Juice Cars, of course, teammates. So Kyle, the last car on track, coming through. He's orange. Don't think he's going to improve. Wouldn't be surprised if we see him pull into the pit lane here. So once he does pop off the track and all the cars are out, we will get the grid up for you. We'll run through it, and then we'll have 90 minutes here at Sandown in Melbourne for round 7 of the DSL Welding Services SRW TV Enduro Mini.
And we should shout out our round sponsor as well, Racecraft Simulations. They are sponsoring this round, so thank you to those guys. They are our round sponsor, and obviously our main sponsor, DSL Welding Services, DSL as our main sponsor as well.
You were going to say replay, weren't you?
I was going to say replay. I've been saying it all week, mate. So yeah, but thanks to those guys. Thanks for that, guys. And there's our list. Go for it, Brendo.
Alrighty, so Sebastian Flock takes the pole. Lachlan Capel coming home in 2nd. Jamie Dyke on the start of the 2nd row. Jake Edwards in 4th. Bruce Tannock 5th. Ray Oliver 6th. Kyle Ridley 7th. Adam Simpson 8th. Harry Dodds 9th. Vinny there in 10th. Michael Whiting 11th. Braden O'Loughlin 12th. Daniel Byrne 7th. Daniel Byrne 13th. David Galo 14th. Andrew Lydon 15th. Gavin Simpson 16th. Cullen Hodgkinson 17, Proctor 18, Farewell 19, Gerard 20, Pavlovic 21. That's a fair way down from him. He was at a pretty quiet qualifying. Ty Delaney in 22nd. Adam Hughes starting in 23rd. That's interesting. Greg Johnson 24th. Nathan Allen 25th. So, Adam Hughes there not setting a lap, it seems.
Yeah, it's very different to see him all the way down the field.
So the pace car joins on the back straight here at Sandown. They'll take them through the final half dozen corners. The leader will go on the green flag. Just waiting for the last of the drivers to grid up. We have a couple still to join. Take this opportunity to give a shout out to our RC team tonight. We have Stefan and Tyson up there in the booth, and a shout out to all of you viewers here watching with us day in, day out for some of the most exciting sim racing in Australia and New Zealand, of course.
Yeah, it's good to see the
yeah, well, and around the world as well, of course, always expanding. So the lights have gone out. Looks like the pace car driver stalled his Porsche. The rest of them are all ready to go.
They're all just sitting there going, let's go, buddy. But Sebastian Flock and Lachlan Capel will lead the whole field down to turn 1. And What's your bet for tonight, Brendo, for safety cars?
Oh, look, it's going to be almost a certainty, I think. Certainly, as we see guys go too wide through the S's there, we just saw them. Certainly an impressive sight looking at all those cars go through there in once. But yeah, I think corner position is going to be a point of contention tonight. And car positioning on the apex, we're going to see a safety car for certain.
Yeah, that's it. So we'll get ready to go green. Only 3 rounds to go. The points matter now. This is where you need to concentrate and get ready to go green. Sebastian will just slow them up so they can all just bunch up and the lights will go. It's such a late start here. GT3 mini endurance will start and still not going, and they're green. There they are. Such a late start. Sebastian Flock gets a great start. Lachlan Cable's going to dive up the inside, trying to get the move done. Jamie Dyke's right there as well. Bruce Tannock in the background trying to make a move. One of the juice cars on the outside trying to make a move. I think that's Ray Oliver. Jake Edwards has got a really good start there. Oh, contact with the juice car and Jamie Dyke there at the start. Brandon Lachlan has been turned.
Well, and there was very heavy contact into the tyres there for that juice car. I think that was Ray Oliver, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, Ray's on the radio there calling through an incident to race control. Dodd's also on the radio as well. Not quite sure what happened with him.
Simpson's up the inside. The juice cars will work together here to try and get through the field. Ray Oliver trying to get back through the field now. Really trying to get through. I don't know what happened there with Jamie Dyke and Ray Oliver there, but we'll have a look at the replay.
Yeah, so Ray Oliver definitely hit those tyres hard and making the right call. Going to take the pit early. We just jump back up to the leaders quickly while we find some of those replays from the lap 1 action. So Sebastian Flock leads over Lachlan Capel as they come up onto the back straight for the second time. Yeah, a couple of incidents there. Ray Oliver, Harry Dodds also getting himself in a bit of trouble. He's found himself in the back of the field and in the pit lane as well. They're both faster repair in this series, I forget. No. So they've taken a little bit of time on the repairs, I think. Both of them have now rejoined the track at the back. So the DSL Welding Services replay. This is on the race start. That's Sebastian Flock. Oh, Ray Oliver.
Oh, look at the start in the background with Gavin. Really have to go on wide there.
Yeah, 4-5 wide back there in the AM class going into turn 1.
Oh, Dodds has made it 3 wide there and back to 2 wide. Oh, bang! Adam Simpson.
So that's where Dodds and Simpson come into contact. And yeah, it looks like it looks like Ray might have just got a little bit loose and not too much Jamie could do there. Potentially he has given him a bit of a tap on the left rear there. Possibly in the yeah, definitely a little bit of contact there between Jamie Dyke and Ray Oliver.
I wonder what happens there. I wonder what happens there in the race control. We'll see what happens though, but thanks for DSL for the replay and Toddy in the background too. Big thanks to him for getting this all done for us. So Flock leading the field, pulled out about a 1.5 gap with Lachlan Capel just following behind. Jake Edwards has done well. He's made up a position in P3 now. But your favourite driver, Bruce Tannock, is not too far at all though.
Yeah, sitting there in 4th and doing quite well. He's got off to a good start, so now it's just about finding a little bit of rhythm and settling into the race. He's got a pretty good gap back to Jamie Dyke and Jake Edwards up in front, so he's got a nice bit of open track there. Find that rhythm, and then I think as Jamie Dyke gets up to him, those two can sort of work together a little bit to close the gap up. Just in the back of my ear, we've had racing incidents for the first one that comes through off screen. We've had a little incident in the AM class Jared Farrell being given a drive-through penalty for contact on Matthew Gerard. So that happened whilst we were watching
Jake
the replay.
Edwards is in the wall. Sorry, Brendo.
And Jake Edwards, in the wall. Talk us through it, mate.
So I don't know what happened. I think he's actually had a wiggle down the hill. Oh, look at the front of the car. So there's no engine in the front, so it's all good for the engine. But look at that. All the bodywork just absolutely destroyed. So he's had a wiggle down the hill. So we'll get a replay of that.
Yeah, that car looks destined for the pit lane. So we a little bit too far back. So that's a big moment there from Jake Edwards. We'll see if we can get Tony to go just a little bit further back. We'll augment time and reality. We'll go backwards. There we go.
Yeah, so the car's rear, the engine's in the rear. It's got no downforce on the rear of it. And it snapped. Yep, there it is. The back left wheel has risen off. And look at the downforce. See that splitter? It's not attached to the road. Yep, and he's lost all the downforce, and there goes Jake Edwards into the wall. Unfortunate, sitting in P3, but it happens, and that's why we love it. It's racing. So Bruce Tannick's in P3 now, and it's good to see Lachlan Capel and Sebastian Flock actually qualifying this week as well, Brendo. It's good to see.
Yeah, definitely, and I mean it's going to be interesting to see now, obviously. When they start from the back and they make their way through, because there's got to be a quick repair, because Jake Edwards rejoining the track there now. That car is a lot straighter than what it was just a few seconds ago. It's good to see them actually qualify, and it's going to be interesting to see how they approach this race now, whether they're pushing hard all the way through, trying to make a massive gap on the field, or if they just be a little bit more conservative and run their race.
And it's all about conserving the car as well. It's 90 minutes is such a long race. It's longer than your IMSA or your GT3s VRS. So it's definitely a lot different compared to all that. And I think there's a couple of leagues do it like this, but it's very different. SRW have done here, and it's and we love it. And it's good to see. I love doing Friday night with you, Brendo, and it's always good to watch. And now we're on board with one of the AM drivers, P1, Brendo O'Neill.
Yeah, Braden O'Loughlin, currently P1 in the AM class. Got the two that's the not kitten car behind him, and then two kitten cars behind that. Where are we? I've just lost my timing screen for a second.
It's actually
a kitten car. Andrew Lydon. Yeah, David Gallows, the not kitten car. No, that's a kitten car as well. No, they're all kitten cars.
Yeah, they're all kitten cars.
Where's our not kitten car? missing in action this week. So 3 kitten cars running together. Peter Pavlovic there on screen. He's been a little bit quiet so far in this broadcast. He certainly is usually up a bit more towards the pointy end of the AM field. He's got Cullen Hodgkinson all over the back of him. So it's the 2 Mercedes currently battling it out. Greg Johnson's been given a black flag there on the timing screen, I see as well. I'll see if we can find what that was for. And up at the front, Lachlan Capel has got ahead of Sebastian Flock.
So what's happened here? So he's also lost the back end.
So I would say the black flag potentially for a dangerous rejoin there if he's had a bit of a moment to himself, because he didn't cause any damage during the incident. So yeah, as I mentioned there while we're watching that replay, Lachlan Capel has got up ahead of Sebastian Flock. Oh, this is the part. Locke
trying to go up the inside there, and he's done it very well. Get the run up the inside. Sebastian Flock running out of room on the outside there. Almost going into the grass. That's a bit of fun. I've done that a few times.
Yeah, very rare mistake from Sebastian Flock. As you see that BMW, you get all sorts of loose over the curbs. Jumping back to Bruce Tannick in third again. Bit of space, both in front and behind him, running a pretty comfortable race. in the early stages. We're now 12, 13 minutes into this race, and he's probably in an ideal position right now. He's got plenty of opportunities to sit in and settle into this race.
Another one we should talk about is Michael Whiting being a bit further back this week. He's a bit further down the field. I thought he'd be very comfortable here because he's very quick in the supercar rounds here. He always has been. Wonder if something happened that he's always can't find my words. He's always been good at this track. He's very good around here, bursting that many times around here. And he's a very quick driver, very good at what he does. So I wouldn't count him out.
Yeah, we saw Michael last week at Fuji go a little bit up and down the grid as well. You know, he had his moments. He recovered very nicely. If he can run a clean race, I think towards the end of the 90 minutes, I think we're going to definitely see him up in the top sort of 5. You know, battling for a good finishing position. You see those kitten cars there in the background though, leading the sitting behind Braden O'Loughlin. That battle for the AM class lead really starting to heat up and behind. Braden O'Loughlin has 3 very hungry kittens on his tail.
Yeah, and I've noticed watching the TCRs and the F3s, these guys do not mess around. They're teammates, but they do like to verse each other. They find it good fun. So on board the 78 kitten car, but yeah, they definitely like to have a bit of fun, and that's all it's about. Just sit at Sim Racing World in general. So on board now with him.
I do wonder if Gavin Simpson up there in the Porsche is just holding up Michael Whiting a little bit. You see Michael there, you can't quite see from the onboard there, but Michael Whiting just starting to poke his nose a little bit, trying to get ahead of Gavin Simpson. And Braden O'Loughlin looks like he's lining up to make that move along with Michael Whiting. So these kitten boys probably just keeping a close eye on that as well. The Andrew Lydon there in the lead will be watching the battle unfold ahead, communicating that back to his teammates, and they'll be looking to strike all in relatively quick succession, I would think. They don't want to break that train because at the moment the slipstream train that we sort of referenced a couple of times is going to be doing those kitten boys a lot of favours. The gap back to Cullen Hodgkinson in the crisscross racing Mercedes in 14th behind the kitten cars has opened up to now I've just lost him on the screen, opened up to well over 8 seconds now. So certainly an effective slipstream train going on here with the kittens, the juice car, and Michael Whiting ahead. Speaking of Cullen Hodgkinson, he's been given the commentator's curse
again. Another commentator curse. So Andrew Proctor has been caught up in that as well. So that's never good. A bit of damage that will be given. So I think he's just lost the back end of that Mercedes. We were talking about no downforce on the Mercedes is very, very sketchy. So Sebastian Flock and Lachlan Capel still going at it hard. We've seen Capel actually in the Porsche at the start of the season. Now he's in the BMW, same as Flock. Flock was actually in the Merc. Do like seeing a Merc with the Evo, not the Evo, the Evolution racing team's livery on there. It was absolutely stunning. Lachlan Capel getting around. Greg Johnson had a black flag, so he's a bit further down the field now. So just trying to do a bit of a recovery drive here now. Down to the Lachlan Capel just going very wide, trying to get a good run. Had a bit of a mistake coming down the hill, but it looks like these beamers are very strong around here.
Yeah, definitely. I think the drop beer livery as well of Lachlan Capel really suits that BMW as well. Obviously the red, white and blue kind of is the BMW colours, as is the team. But yeah, the BMW, I think, as a from a painting point of view, can really show off some sponsors, can really show off some colours and the painters' creativity. I mean, just look at those juice cars as well. What better example of painters just giving it 100% and getting something really creative on these cars.
Yeah, we for our team, we found that the Beamer looked the best, and we always loved it. It's our favourite livery to this day, and the Beamer's definitely one of these cars where you could just go absolutely wild on it. You can see through the paint. It's got this awesome little paint under the main paint. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna say what it is because I feel like I'll get it wrong. That's an absolute stunning paint from the Frog Leap guys. All their sponsors there. Who can we go? Matthew Gerard. He's having a good battle with Nathan Allen as well down the back in 16th and 17th in the AMP class. So 6th and 7th. So Nathan Allen actually in the big monster car looks amazing. I wouldn't be surprised if Monster Energy actually had a GT3 car. Matthew Gerard's got actually a bit of damage on the back of that car, so that will be affecting a bit of downforce. So just riding on board with them now. Monster Energy just got word in my ear that they're actually a sponsor for the Mercedes. Oh, Matthew Gerard getting a better run on the outside. Gonna get the move done here. Nathan Allen just giving it up for a bit of Nathan Allen's got to work with him a little bit more.
Yeah, so Nathan there, clever enough to identify that he lost a bit of time there on the exit, didn't have the cleanest of runs, didn't fight it too hard. Going to come back into recovery mode. Meanwhile, that incident there we saw on screen with Cullen and Andrew Proctor. Cullen has been given a black flag, failing to hold the brakes. He's serving that drive-through penalty now. Black flag there for failing to hold the brakes under incident and causing damage to a fellow competitor. So his penalty has been served. He finds himself a lap down now as we join Lachlan and Sebastian, and back to Bruce Tannock as well, moving through the front of the field in the pro class.
Yeah, Sebastian Flock and Lachlan Capel, aren't they just, there's such a league of their own, aren't they, Brendo? They just head out and have a bit of fun. Apparently they sit in the same Discord and have a bit of a laugh racing, and they absolutely love the league, and they turn up every week.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it kind of looks like they're just cruising together, but they are actually battling. And that battle's going to go on for the entire 90 minutes. Obviously, we saw their undoing seems to be in the pit stops. They get a little bit loose with the discipline, or taking tyres when they don't need to, or rejoining into traffic. They just sort of struggle to find their rhythm again after the pit stops. I've found in recent weeks that's what's cost them race wins. So if they can maintain this lead from being up the front and get a good pit stop, come out with a bit of clean air, I think they're going to be right. Someone's around at the end of the back straight. Didn't quite catch who it is. Kevin Simpson coming up on the timing screen there with an off track, so he's just yielded a good half a dozen positions as he's waited to rejoin safely. But Jamie Dyke, a bit of a quiet achiever so far. Currently sitting up in 5th. We just pick up Gavin there, rejoining the track. Yeah, Jamie Dyke, as I was saying, bit of a quiet achiever so far. He's just slipped under the radar, running in behind Kyle Ridley.
Yeah, Kyle Ridley's our underachiever, as you could say. He's just been cruising along through the series, but oh my god, he's been putting some results in, hasn't he? He's just been amazing in what he's doing right now, isn't he?
Yeah, so definitely. We saw last week both the Juice boys there leading that race for so long, and it was that critical error of taking tyres when it wasn't required that put them sort of down the bottom end of the top 10.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're all riding on board with Jamie Dyke now as well. I wonder what it's like for Jamie Dyke. Obviously, he does our V8 Supercars, but he's jumped over to the GT3, something different in SRW. How do you think the transition would have been?
Look, I think he drives the BMW in particular very well. I mean, we haven't obviously had the chance to see him in too many other GT3 cars as of yet, but yeah, you mentioned very fierce competitor in the V8 Supercar, and I mean, you talk about that transition. I think it's gone pretty well for him. We've seen, we haven't seen a race win yet, but certainly consistent performance as it shows. He's got plenty of ability, and that race win's not too far away.
I don't think it is at all. He was. It looked like he was eyeing the wind down the barrel at Watkins Glen, our first first round, which was actually probably one of the best rounds we've had so far besides Spa. Spa's probably the best one we've had, but Watkins Glen was definitely up there for how good the race was. And yeah, he didn't get the race win, he got P2, but his teammate actually won on that one. That was absolutely a stellar race. Enjoyed that. So running on the board with Adam Simpson, back to Lachlan Cable now in P2.
Yeah, this battle, again, you know, we've mentioned it before, it ain't going to stop. But interestingly, though, they are starting to open up the gap a little bit further back to Bruce Tannock. So Bruce now 7 seconds back down the track. So they've found 5th gear. Definitely our 2 leaders. We'll jump back to the AM class for a minute. Show some love their way. They got Jake Edwards in between the kit and cars now. So Jake Edwards, obviously one of the pro drivers, trying to make his way through. We've mentioned it so many times already, Sandown not the easiest in the world for passing. So Jake will be looking to try and put something crafty on the kittens, ideally not end up in that fence again.
Yeah, wouldn't he? He'd be trying to get through this field, wouldn't he? He's lost a lot of time and a lot of positions, so he's just trying to do a bit of a, you know, see where he can end up, basically just drive as hard as he can and just stuck behind the kittens right now, so he'd be losing quite a bit of time from this. But it's okay, he's a lap down, so he's got to be kind of patient and respectful in a way, just because he knows there's a bit of a battle in front of him. On board with the 808, Daniel Byrne.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel Byrne's been doing quite well the last few rounds in particular. He's certainly climbed up the championship points. He's been, seems to be sort of, you know, there or thereabouts in winning the AM class racing.
Yeah, he did really well at Phillip Island as well. That was an awesome round as well. That was actually a stellar race, really, wasn't it? I enjoyed it massively. So Jake Edwards, I don't think he'd be liking this round though, would he?
No, I mean, to go a lap down early is not ideal. He's really just preying on a safety car at this point. You know, he'll get the he will get the lucky dog. He is the lead car, 1 lap down.
Really trying to get the move down at the inside. Wow, that was risky.
Looks like he's got a pretty good. No, it looks like he's got a pretty good run off the exit though. He's going to go side by side down the home straight.
On the outside, this is where the opportunities can rise up. Back to Andrew Lydon, just up the road. Now Jake Edwards will track down Andrew Lydon now, but that I feel bad for Daniel because he's lost a lot of time now. He's you know, lost the slip for Andrew Lydon, so it's a bit of a. I didn't expect the move to come from Jake Edwards there, but yeah, he's just trying to get around him as quickly as possible.
Yeah, it almost looked like Daniel yielded a little bit there, just did the sensible thing and let Jake through. Didn't want to fight too much, didn't want to compromise his race in letting a pro driver through the field, but it has split those kit and cars up quite nicely, as you mentioned, and Michael Whiting there leading this little pack now. He's managed to get... who was he chasing before? Adam Simpson? Jamie Dyke now looking to make the move on Kyle Ridley. Definitely in the slipstream. Looks like he's just backed out a little bit in the braking zone. Not going to commit too much, but we'll stay with this battle. Jamie Dyke certainly starting to show his intention to pass now. Yeah,
looks like he's very hungry to get around him, but at the same time, I think he's saving a lot of fuel as well. I've noticed Dyke's kind of backed off a little bit. He's not putting him under the pump, basically. He's kind of backed off it a little bit.
And we did just catch a glimpse on screen there of Callan Hodgkinson, God, up ahead of these two boys. So the lap traffic could also become a factor here as this battle heats up, and that's Bruce Tannock, Greg Johnson, I believe, involved as well.
Oh no, this
Tannock
is not good at all.
Very careful with his rejoin here. Cars coming down into the braking zone.
That was unfortunate. Bruce Tannock was doing really well there. Lucky Capel looks like he came off track as well. So,
Lucky Capel had a big moment.
huge moment. Just going into the tyre barrier there. Let's see where Bruce Tannick is. I want to stay on board here.
Yeah.
There's
Time
Bruce
back to Bruce Tannick, so we'll stay with these guys down the straight. We'll see what's happened.
Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is the replay. This is not live.
No. Deciding to jump to the next one. Yeah, Ray Oliver's just had a moment as well, so a few of the pro guys just starting to struggle a little bit as we approach the half-hour mark. Yeah, it looks like Bruce might have done that.
No,
So it looks like Bruce may have done that largely by himself. Nathan Owen with a bit of a moment here as well, it seems. Yeah, but wide on the exit, so yeah, a little bit of a what do you call it? A misfortune compilation.
yeah.
Yeah, a few mistakes from some of our top drivers, and it has certainly opened up the grid. Some big time splits there now. Jamie Dyke's still all over the back of Kyle Ridley though. We pick up that battle again. Kyle's opened it up a little bit, but Jamie definitely staying there. They've both got through Cullen in the back there, the Poolmaster Crisscross Racing entry.
Yeah, he's definitely opening up the gap, hasn't he? Smash and flop, just opening it up like a bag of potatoes. So it's pretty big now. So he'll be pretty happy with himself. Kyle Ridley though in the P3. So Jamie Dyke's not far away from a P3 at all. So Ridley will need to hold Dyke off, but I think Dyke's going to be saving a bit of fuel. Bruce Tanner back here. He's on a recovery drive. Jake Edwards behind him as well. So Jake's on a lap down, so Bruce is just going to have to try and find a bit of time, so he's going to get around Andrew Lyden here.
Yeah, Bruce has found himself in the middle of a really interesting battle pack right now. Obviously we've, drawn attention to these kitten cars leading the AM class a few times over the last sort of 10-15 minutes, and yeah, Bruce puts one up the inside, owns the corner a little bit there, and Jake Edwards looks like he's going to make the move in behind as well. Commits to the outside line through 2 and inside of 3. So pretty good driving there on display. Unfortunate for Lyden, has to yield a little bit more time. So he now finds himself a good 4 or 5 seconds behind the... oh no, hang on. No, he's only 3 seconds, sorry. Bad math. 3 seconds behind Braden O'Loughlin, the AM leader.
Oh, Delaney stopped on the apex there. This is going to make it risky. Dodd's almost going into the back of Andrew Lyden there. Oh, what happened there?
I think Lyden did very well there. He knew Dodds was coming up behind him. He wasn't going to make the apex of that corner. He just ran straight over the curb. Gave Dodds plenty of space. Great awareness from Lyden there on track, and Dodds in the Ferrari looking to get past again. Into the tight, Delaney's had a bit of a moment there.
Dodds run up the inside. Oh, that was a very risky move from Dodds, especially being a lap down, just sending it up the inside there. Especially almost going into back Andrew Lyden there, that would have been very close.
Look at the side of Dodds' car there. I've just noticed it's got Cowie's name on the side of it. I just want to see what the rest of it says.
Oh, it's busy. It's his business.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
Bit of a shout out there to Cowie.
Yeah, he'll be loving that, wouldn't he?
There we go. Drink it in, Cowie. This one's for you.
Cowie's one of our commentators here too. Cowie.com. Go and check him out. He's pretty good. I've listened to him before. Pretty good. So yeah, Cowie on the side of the car. Change it up. Normally it's Toyo Sim on the side, but yeah, change it up. Cowie's on the side. So and on the back too, they've got Talk to Me Bro as well.
Yeah.
So we'll jump onto another car.
Yeah, Dodds has always had that talk to me bro in the back of his cars for quite a few years now. So we jump back to our leader, Sebastian Flock. Bit less camber on that car, it seems.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to Ray Oliver's to Sebastian Flock's. It looks like Flock's got no negative camber at all. It's got like probably got 2 on the front. It looks like, but yeah. Well, it's the cars are very looks like it's handling well though.
Yeah, well, it's certainly working for him, isn't it? He's opened up his lead now to just under 6 seconds. And yeah, that rare mistake from April. So Bruce.
So Dyke on the back of here, Kai Ridley here, doing really well here. I think he's saving a lot of fuel. I'd be if Jamie Dyke gets in the booth tonight.
Bruce Panic just gone around again.
Oh, that's not good. That's a turn 3 or 4. Oh no.
Oh yeah, so he was trying to make his way back through the field and he's stuck there. Yeah, need to watch the relative there. Did pretty well in the end. Didn't cause any issues there. Peter Pavlovic, we just mentioned him, was having a bit of a battle as well. That's been split up.
Hutchinson's off the road too at the end of Dandenong.
Right, yeah. So certainly a little bit of action starting to happen now. I don't know if it's just driver fatigue or maybe we are starting to see some tyre wear come through. Jack Edwards looking to make it through.
It's definitely fatigue though. It's Friday night. Everyone's had a big week, and now you got to do an hour and a half worth of racing. It's you know, we're not even halfway through yet, but this should
yeah, local yellows in sector 1 right now as well. So no passing through sector 1. Well done for race control, not calling a safety car there when it's not required. Jake Edwards gets a little bit loose there on the exit of 4 as well. So we're starting to see a couple more little incidents, not incidents, just unforced errors from the drivers as we approach, let's say 58 there on the, no, sorry, 31. Yeah, approach the half-hour mark. Yeah. So Braden O'Loughlin at the moment, a little bit further back, has Dodds behind him, and the Monster Energy Mercedes in front of him, and 3 wide down the straight. Braden O'Loughlin just trying to stay out of trouble. Dodds puts the move up on the inside, gets them both. Bit of contact there in the background, did I hear? No, maybe not.
Edwards going around at turn 1. There was a bit of contact there. I don't know who with though. We've got a replay of that. Jake Edwards just not even having a good night tonight. He's yeah, just what a bad night for him. He went from hero to zero. So we're on board with him now.
Yeah, really seems to be struggling, and certainly a race I think he wants to forget.
Yeah.
So what's happened here is he's come into the corner, he's stayed wide. Oh yeah, nah, just bit of net code there. So it has just been called in to race control. I think we're going to hear the net code call come back very shortly from the RC team as we jump on with Callum Hodgkinson. Again, he's kind of had a bit of a race to forget as well. Currently sitting down 21st overall. Sorry. Found himself in a little bit of trouble. Got that black flag a little while ago for failing to hold the brakes while spinning. But it looks like he's got a bit of clear track ahead of him now. We move back up to Jamie Dyke and Kyle Ridley, the battle up the front. Yeah, just not quite managing to get that pass done.
Andrew Lydon and Daniel Byrne, teammates just behind Brendan O'Neill, Brayden O'Loughlin again. Sorry, apologies. Sorry for the frog leap, guys, but I don't know why Brendan's stuck in my head. Do you have a
Me?
yeah, that's probably what it is, isn't it? But
I wish I was that good at driving.
Oh mate, I think Pro Am's pretty good, the AM class. So yeah, definitely. I wouldn't mind being out there with up there.
I think, you know, if I was out there racing, I'd be keeping Stephen company on the grass, mate. So certainly not up the front with these boys, that's for sure. Bruce Tannick there looking to make the move on Jake Edwards, gets it done nice and efficiently. Comes up through the S's, chasing down Greg Johnston now. Oh, Gavin Simpson, sorry, get it right. Chasing down Gavin Simpson for 7th. So Ray Oliver, that incident, lap 1, turn 3. Certainly cost him a little bit of time. He's come back up into the top 10. Adam Hughes, speaking of top 10, yeah, started down the back. He's up 8 right now, running in 10th position. Running 10th position in the pro class. Currently running 15th overall. Peter Pavlovic again, someone who's been pretty quiet tonight. We haven't seen too much of him in the action. Matthew Gerard chasing him down in the what we've dubbed the Kiwi car.
The Kiwi car, yep. Definitely one of our favourites. Not a Kiwi, but I do like the livery. It's very simple, but obviously he's joined Velocity recently. So he's running Velocity, but he's still running the Kiwi car. And I said to him, keep running that Kiwi car, mate. And he went, yep, Rogie. So he's doing it for me. So thank you, Matty. So follow on board for him a bit. But I think one of the guys we need to shout out is a bit more is Adam Simpson is not far from Jamie Dyke at all. He's been a bit of a overachiever. He's made up 3 spots and just a silent assassin, just working his way through the field and doing well.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been a pretty quiet sort of race for the Fishy boys. Obviously, Jamie's been stuck there behind Kyle for a few laps. Well, not stuck. Been trying to get ahead of Kyle now for a few laps. Adam Simpson and Michael Whiting, they've kind of just run their own race, really. And, you know, now we see them sit in 4th, 5th and 6th, respectively. Not together on track, but certainly not too far away either. You know, if those boys can sync up, you know, at the pit stop, which will be coming up sort of in the next 10-15 minutes, we might see a little bit of action from all the Fishy boys together.
Yeah, we definitely could, couldn't we? An hour to go, almost 50 minutes to go, but it's slowly counting down, isn't it, Brendo? This is when your nerves really go up, though, isn't it? Just that middle stint is probably the hardest one, is because you're working your way through the field, you're working on that tyre saving. So Jamie Dyke right now, I reckon he'd be doing a massive tyre save right now and fuel, because it's just, Ty Delaney and Gavin having a huge incident down the hill.
Yeah, we've just caught the end of that one there. So the DSL Welding Services replay, we'll see if we can find out what's happened there. It's Bruce Tannick getting it. No, he's maybe started that. So push Gavin Simpson off the track.
Oh, and that's Jake Edwards.
Everybody's recovering. So, so that'll be a black flag definitely for failing to hold the brakes. Bruce Tannick. Yeah. Looks like it's slowing down.
Gavin's absolutely grab walking right now.
Right. So Sebastian Flock pitting. We've got Ray Oliver in the pits as well. Ty Delaney obviously with damage. Gavin Simpson also in there. So Ray Oliver jumping them in the pits. Yeah, interesting little moment there. I think we might see a couple of black flags be issued here, potentially. One to Bruce Tannick for causing that incident.
And potentially another one for Gavin Simpson failing to hold his brakes. So
you gotta feel bad though for Gavin though. But Tyson McAvoy all ready to jump into the safety car. But you got to feel bad for Gavin though, don't you? Like he was doing well there, and Bruce Tanks put the car up the inside. There was contact, and just a huge incident. And Gavin forgot to hold his brakes, which is very unfortunate. So I do feel bad for Gavin there though.
yeah, definitely. Tyson was in the safety car there for a second. It looked like they were going to think about deploying it, decided against it. Obviously both the race control guys, both the race control guys were wanting to look over that incident very carefully, so opting to let the race continue to run. They're going to review that, and no doubt we'll hear their verdict very shortly. Just jumps in the car to scare some of the drivers. But yeah, early pit stop there for Sebastian Flock. We did see him have a couple of moments earlier on, so potentially just a bit of a reset for him. Jamie now starting to get all over the back of Kyle Ridley again.
Oh, Kyle's went really wide here. Dyke's going to be on the outside here and give it a good run up the outside. Can he back? No, he's backed out of it. I thought he was going to make the move there. That would have been a pretty good opportunity. Jamie Dyke's still saving a bit of tyre and fuel. He's thinking about it. He was thinking about it.
Certainly the moment, the window of opportunity that Jamie Dyke was looking for as Lachlan Capel goes into the pits now. So Kyle Ridley takes the lead of this race. Jamie Dyke in second. That might encourage Jamie perhaps to push a little bit harder to take the lead of this race as the 40-minute mark approaches. So Lachlan Capel, Sebastian Flock seem to be playing the undercut strategy here early on. A few more cars dive into the pits. Adam Simpson, Braden O'Loughlin, David Galo, all in the pit lane. Matthew Gerard is coming out of the pits. I think that was that was a pit stop as well. So a few cars looking to play the undercut. Not quite halfway through. So Braden O'Loughlin currently leading, was currently leading Am. He's gone into the pit lane.
So Simpson coming out of the pits now. Where is he going to rejoin? So yeah, so he just came out in front of McCarry there. Oh, look at the Porsche really trying to get up the inside there. Had a look there for a second. We did see that. Kyle Ridley's in the pits now, so Dyke's going to lead a lap and get that bonus point as well. So Kyle Ridley having that bonus point, now Dyke getting it.
Yeah, so, Michael Whiting and Andrew Lyden and Daniel Byrne, the kitten cars all coming in as well. Sebastian Flock moves back up into second place. Lachlan Capel will get them in the pits no doubt as well. Peter Pavlovic in further down. So Jamie Dyke now in the lead. We'll just see if we can find a replay of that moment. No, I think he passed him in the pit lane.
Jamie Dyke hasn't went in yet, so we'll see what lap he boxes in. He's been saving a lot of fuel here, so we'll see what happens with Dyke here. He's probably saved a good 2 to 3 laps.
Yeah, we'll jump on board with Dyke. We'll see what the fuel strategy is looking like. We'll see if that clutch is in, where he's coasting, where he's fueling it up. No, he is a little bit, I think. Don't think he's getting maximum RPM out of that car. So he stays out again. Very interesting there. from Jamie Dyke. You can hear from in the car. Don't think he's quite giving it 100% on the RPM. So maximum fuel saving now. He hasn't quite made the halfway mark. He is the only car yet to transit the pit lane. Daniel Byrne coming in for his pit stop. Obviously he pitted a little bit earlier for damage. So a bit of a moment further back in the field there with the two Whitey's Pies cars currently battling Peter Pavlovic and looks like Matty Gerard up ahead as well.
How's Dyke going out for this long though, eh? It's absolutely crazy.
Certainly interesting there from Dyke. He's running a
very
fairly
long
alternative strategy.
DSL replay of Bruce Tannick going around and just hitting the barrier there, tyre barrier. Doesn't give him that much damage. Oh, what's the re-entry like? It's not too bad. One of the juice cars getting around. Jamie Dyke in the pits now. Jake Edwards is off the track as well, just going for a bit of a lawnmower out there.
Yeah, Jake definitely had a bit of a shocker tonight. This will be one you want to forget. So Jamie Dyke in pit lane now on the timing screen. So Sebastian Flock, we'll see if we can grab him on track, see where he is currently. Yeah, so he's certainly jumped it. He's got a huge time advantage now. Jamie Dyke still sitting there in the pit lane. Just watching the timing screen there. 30-second pit stop for Jamie Dyke. Fairly average, most of them in the 29s to 31s. Lachlan Capel will have taken a little bit more fuel, obviously. Very, very early.
Jumped Kyle Ridley massively. Jamie Dyke jumping him by a good 3 seconds there. So well done to Jamie Dyke there, doing really well in the pit stop, saving a lot of fuel. I was talking about that before and saving a bit of tyre. So now he's up to P3, trying to get around Matthew Gerard now. Trying to not lose any time because he's got Kyle Ridley up there just behind him as well. Near a bit of contact up there as well, so I wonder if I'm hearing something or nothing happened. So Dyke's will probably try and get around him.
Yeah, that jump there on Kyle Ridley, very important for Jamie Dyke. Obviously he's got Peter Pavlovic and Matthew Gerard.
Oh, Gerard!
Oh, and Jamie gets all loose on the inside curve. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. Yeah, Matty Gerard slashing those headlights on Peter Pavlovic. They are racing for position too, Peter and Matthew. So, bit of a cheeky light flash there from Gerard, and they're going to pop it out 3 wide. Jamie Dyke now on the inside, coming into 1. Yeah, decides better of it. Potentially a call for blocking there or moving under brakes.
No.
Jamie's called into race control.
I don't think Jamie should have called that in. So Jamie Dyke flashed Matthew Gerard now, but I don't think it was a call to call in for blocking or anything.
I do agree. They went 3 wide. Jamie definitely had the corner, so bit of an interesting one. Yeah, Gerard sort of found himself in the middle there. They all did quite well. They were quite respectful, really. So does get ahead of Kyle Ridley.
Not by much, so.
So race control now just issuing penalties for that massive incident we saw a little bit earlier on. The initial start there, which we saw Bruce Tannick involved, was deemed as a racing incident, but a net code involved as well. However, Gavin Simpson will be black flagged, not holding the brakes during the incident, collecting, it was Ty Delaney if I recall correctly. And the thing, Matty Gerard there on the comm just asking Jamie if he'd like to be let go. And yeah, obviously the
Oh
answer
no,
is
Matty
yes.
Gerardo!
And Matty
No! Oh!
Matty Gerard
no.
in the process of yielding to Dyke and Ridley,
No.
locks up the brakes and ends himself, finds himself in the sand.
Let's have a look at the replay. DSL Welding Services replay. So, Matty's
No, he
been
put it on the
real,
grass.
been really
no.
respectful there, and he's just been too respectful. But
And not only Peter Pavlovic getting past, quite a few more other cars in the process. So that has hurt Matty Gerard something chronic. He now finds himself, 1, 2, 3. Oh, he's only lost 3 positions overall. So not too bad off as far as the points are
not
concerned.
great
but
though.
track position, certainly a lot of track position.
Well,
So we've got Sebastian Flock here on screen. We've got Bruce Tannock now a lap down after that previous incident. We've got Gavin Simpson and behind him having just served a drive-through penalty. So all these guys that not 10 minutes ago were fighting for the lead now suddenly find themselves fairly well spread out on the timing chart, but still racing for position. Oh, sorry. That's Adam Hughes' car, sorry, his teammate. Adam up 11 positions now, so making his way through the field. He is currently sitting in, where is he overall? Well, sitting in 12th overall, 8th in the pro class. Starting from the back, of course, or near the back in 23rd. So big drive there from Adam, of course, our championship leader. So he'll be looking for a few more good results. He doesn't want to yield too many points to Sebastian Flock with only 3 rounds to go. And car 18 has been given a black and white flag for weaving down the straights, dangerous driving. So that's not a penalty, just a warning. So 18 is Lachlan Capel. So we're good. It's Friday night. We've got a couple of bevies and some great racing. You can't go wrong.
So Coleman, normally our supercar driver, he did very well at Oran Park and all the other tracks we've been to recently on Sunday night. He's been doing very well. Just the consistent Coleman, should be calling him now. And talking about a fishy boy is Adam Simpson on screen that almost
almost has a moment.
Oh, there's another one.
He did. Yeah.
Adam, stop listening to us, mate. Just drive. I can imagine Coleman's in that chat. So we're on screen with Adam here. Oh no! Nathan Allen just turning one of the Whitey's Pison trees around.
So Nathan Allen there suggesting that it was a bit of a rejoin issue. So Matty Gerard in the pit lane. That's an interesting one. So Adam Simpson, we just gave him the old commentator's curse as well, it seems. Oh, big moment.
No, huge.
Oh, did very well to keep that out of the wall. And I think I may have heard. So the safety car's out, boys.
Oh wow. Well, I don't think they need another pit stop.
So I think that could be for the Whitey's Pies car that was stuck there at the exit. Yeah, so I think that was in relation to the Whitey's Pies car being stuck at the exit of 4. So we are back live again. Tyson McElvoy, the safety car, is now out on track. It seems most of the field diving in for a free pit stop. This will be interesting now to see who takes tyres. So a few of the cars there waiting. I genuinely think.
So this is the incident.
That was the Whitey's Pies car, and I think from what the call was, there was a bit of a dodgy rejoin potentially. That's a bit too far back now. So I think there was a bit of a dodgy rejoin which caused contact with Nathan Allen. So we'll just wait and see as we watch this replay.
So causing Jared actually to get stuck there. So, oh, bang, hit the wall. So 2 laps down, keep him on. Now, here comes Nathan Allen. He'll pop on screen now. There he is. Oh, yeah, that... I'm going to say that's on Jared.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he has tried to get out of the way. I don't know. What happened with Adam Simpson, though? That's probably what's caused the safety car.
Oh, there's Sebastian Flott going through too.
That's the incident we saw before.
Adam Simpson just going backwards down to Danny Long. Oh, so, that was quite.
Yeah, it seems as though there's been a couple of little incidents there that may have resulted in, at a similar time, which may have resulted in triggering the safety car here. So Adam Hughes also with a moment. So yeah, it seems as though that little mistake from Adam may have just caused a bit of a concertina in the field, and that has resulted in all those incidents. So we go back live. The promo department safety car there in McLaren this week. Tyson, of course, our safety car driver, just starting to do some lap down cars, moving them through. Tyson, of course, doing a very good job this week at keeping all 4 wheels on the tarmac and out of the fence. Can't let him forget that he crashed the car 2 weeks ago. Every second week, so in that case we're in for a crash this week, so keep your eyes peeled, folks. If Tyson bins the safety car, it's free drinks on him.
It's a lot of free drinks. Look how many cars are coming through. I wouldn't want to be paying for them.
Oh, and all the viewers as well, and the commentary team. Free drinks for everybody.
Race control.
No, he is race control. You don't get a free drink.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely.
That's probably the reason why he's crashed the car in the first place. To be fair.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of feel bad in a way for McAvoy, but it's such an easy job driving the safety car. So
yeah, I mean, it's really hard to crash a safety car. You know, it takes some talent. I'd give you that.
Yeah, especially GT4 that has ABS and traction control. So now we've had our bit of a stab at McAvoy now. We should probably talk about the rest of the race now.
Oh, watch out, guys. Corner coming up. Hold Oh, he's executed that perfectly, guys. Look at that. Brilliant, brilliant drive there from McElvoy. So, bit of chat going on at the moment. Drivers questioning where they were at race control. Pretty much just told them all to shut up and to let them do their job.
Don't know what Nathan Allen is doing right now.
So Nathan Allen was on the radio. He was questioning his position. So he's trying to claim that he was, I don't know, I think he was trying to claim he had a wave around or something, but he's been told to move back in the grid, so yeah, I don't know, he looks like he's randomly rejoined the grid at the back of Pro. So I think the driver's just getting a little bit antsy, and it seems there's been an incident under safety car.
So we're an hour in now, Brendo. 30-minute sprint. So let's have a look here now. So Andrew Proctor just going around there.
Yeah, incident under safety car there from Andrew Proctor, bit of an unforced error, cold tyres, cold brakes. So this will be the last lap under safety car. We've had that confirmed by head RC Stephen McCartan. So at some point, there we go. So Tyson now has to somehow manage to drive the pace car a little bit faster than 90 kph. We'll ride on board with them maybe if we can, eh? We'll get an in-car view of this incident waiting to happen. Oh, bit wide through the edges on the curbs, he's jumped it! Oh!
I thought he was going to go flying there.
He almost binned it. We got 2 corners to go.
Third gear, second gear.
Down to second. Oh, he's in the lane. Couldn't hit the fence yet. We better jump back to Sebastian Flock leading the field. I'm too busy laughing. Jump back to Sebastian Flock leading the field at 90 kph. Safety car in the pit lane. The 84 car has control of the field. Can accelerate from the exit of the final apex, which we're coming up to now, and it looks like he's going to go quickly. Yes, he does.
He's off now. Awesome work
now. Got the jump on Dyke, that was for sure. Braden O'Loughlin pretty vulnerable back down the field to Jake Edwards, sitting there waiting for the control line to get the pass done. Looks like he's going to try and make the move up the inside, and he sticks his nose up, he's fighting it hard. Oi, bit of a voice crack there. And Bruce has gone through as well. Gavin Simpson now looking for the outside. Bruce gets through clean. Adam Hughes getting pushed around by the kit cars a little bit. So plenty of action on the restart throughout the field. Hang on, what is it? Drink. Voice can't get us off.
So we'll ride on board with Peter Pavlik now, a bit further back in the field. It's always good to watch the guys up in the back. As Gavin just goes absolutely flying into the wall, now stuck in the wall. Look at that, too wide down the hill, Gavin. In the wall, it's Greg, and Greg is too wide.
Contact behind as well. Peter Pavlik had a bit of a tap.
Oh, Greg Johnson's been turned around as well. In the last 30 minutes, it's just turned into chaos.
And I think this could trigger another safety car.
This will be another safety car.
I don't think we're seeing that car getting out of the fence. Who is in the fence? Gavin Simpson?
Gavin Simpson.
Yeah, Gavin Simpson requesting a tow, and that will be a safety car.
Poor Gavin. So safety cars came out.
Check that out. So we'll have Toddy up in the booth put together a bit of a replay compilation for us there. There was quite a bit to unpack and all of that. Incidents throughout those few corners, so we've had the tow. Safety cars waiting at the end of the pit lane. So there's our leaders, there's the safety car. So the promo department safety car is out once more. Plenty of action to unpack there from that restart. But he just working very hard in the background. I think we've seen Andrew Proctor's live, so we'll jump to Gavin Simpson's. Alrighty, so the DSL Welding Services replay. We jump on. This is still under safety car. Oh, so there was the drivers did mention that. Bit of a checkup in turn 2 under safety car. So that was the first incident. So a couple of laps later, pull up the next one. Here we go. Oh, he's done it all by himself too, and that's a big hit.
Absolutely huge hit there, eh? So the tyres are actually still spinning there, but he's lost. We saw this with Jake Edwards at the start of the race, but he's just lost the downforce and the mechanical grip in the rear of that car. So the diffuser, I don't know if it's damaged or not, but see how that front splitter there, Brenda, I don't know if you can get a shot of it.
Yeah, you can see it from there. It's not on the ground at all.
No. It's lost the front downforce. There wouldn't be much fuel in that car, I reckon. There wouldn't be a full tank, so the fuel tank's up the front. So bang, there it is there, stuck in the wall now.
And then Greg Johnson a little bit further on also had a bit of an incident as well. Oh no, sorry, so he's had so I just caught the back end of that conversation. So obviously the drivers have a 17, I think it's a 17x limit. And Adam Simpson's had it. No, I think we've seen that. Oh no, different moment. He's gone deep into the sand this time. Yeah. So as I was saying, what I was saying, Johnson there has hit his 17x. He's had to pit under safety car, which would in iRacing clear the black flag. So he still has to serve that black flag, so he's requested a manual black flag. So good sportsmanship there from him. And it seems there's a bit of caution under contact at the moment. Nathan Olin just calling in another contact incident under safety car. So the guys just not quite giving each other enough space, it seems. Nathan Olin there on board. He's got, who's that behind him? One of the Whitey's cars. one more lap, and the safety car has been confirmed. Another so far successful drive from Tyson McElvoy. One of the Whitey's cars there ducks off into the pit lane in the background. So Jared Farewell yeah, just wondering if Cullen's actually going to continue this race. He's been sitting there for a couple of laps now. So the safety car has sped up. Making his way back to the pit lane. And again, it looks like a fairly safe transit for Tyson. And Sebastian Flock in the 84 BMW will once again take control of the field as they come around to the second to last corner now. Jamie Dyke, I think, will be waiting for that jump because he got caught sleeping last time.
Yeah, we'll be ready to go. The last 20 minutes of our GT3 Mini Endurance. Main sponsor DSL Welding Services. Round sponsor Racecraft Simulations. We're going to wait for his Flock. He's just going to hold up the field here. I reckon he's going to go green now, and there it is. We're away for 20 minutes. GT3 Mini Endurance. This is basically a sprint to the end now. 20 minutes. Does Jamie Dyke have enough to get P2? Does Lachlan Cable have enough in the tank to get Sebastian Flock? So we'll drop down to M as well. Brendo and Lachlan. Brendo Lachlan just getting absolute sent by Adam Simpson there, trying to get up through the field. He's really down the field. But Andrew Lydon just done really well there to get away from the field. And P1 now. An absolute drive. He's just absolutely pulled away from the field. He's up the field actually. He's quite up the field actually. He's in. So first place in AMS and P6 in overall. So 9 positions up overall, so he's absolutely killing it right now in AM. And so back to Sebastian Flock here now, absolutely pulling the field away. He's done really well today, just holding the field out the whole time. Nathan Allen getting on the radio very angrily, just getting over it. So there's been a few things happening. Jamie Dyke's sitting right behind Lachlan Cable. We know Jamie Dyke's just getting really close to the wall there. Sebastian Flock. This has been a really mind game race here tonight. He saved quite a bit of fuel. He did gap Kyle Ridley there for a bit, but it's all down to Jamie Dyke now. Kyle Ridley's, I think he's pulled back a little bit. Bruce Tannick right on the back of Andrew Lydon here now.
Yeah, I think
what a redrive. Oh, Andrew Lydon off the road. He's had to dodge him there. That was huge.
Michael Whiting getting through there. Yeah, I think Kyle Ridley had a bit of a double bluff on the start there. Jamie was sort of waiting for him to go early. Kyle definitely launched off the corner. Had to check up, hit the brakes as Lachlan and Sebastian sort of held the field up just that little bit longer. But yeah, plenty of action down in the AM class at the moment. Andrew Lydon just making that small mistake. He's got Gabe Galo right behind him now.
It's been absolutely hectic, hasn't it? It's just been all on for young and old. And Adam Hughes from last to P7. David Gallo's up a few positions too, so he's doing really well. But oh my God, Adam Hughes has just been the star of tonight. He's up from P23 up to P10 overall right now. He's doing awesome. P7 in Pro. So one of the juice cars right behind him, Ray Oliver, he's right on the back of him, really putting the under the pump. Adam Hughes, he did really well at Germany and Belgium at Spa, so he'd be wanting some results like that again. Nathan Allen was black flagged incident.
Calling in that incident proves to be a turn back on his head there, as Nathan Allen will have to make a trip down the pit lane. Yeah, Adam Hughes definitely his championship on the line at the moment.
Up the inside, Ray Oliver from Hughes. Oh, that was close.
Sebastian Flock really chasing down Adam Hughes in the points race, and a win here for him tonight is going to make it really interesting going into the final 2 rounds if Adam can't improve his points haul from Sandown here tonight.
Well, he's stuck behind 2 kitten cars right now, which is Andrew Lydon, P1, and David Gallo in P2 for the AMs. So he doesn't want to make Adam Hughes doesn't want to make himself look silly here, as Ray Oliver wants to get straight up the inside there. Adam Hughes shut the door there, but he doesn't want to make that big. He doesn't want to make that gap any bigger, as you know, he doesn't want to make the AMs look. Oh, he doesn't want to hit the AMs. Sorry. So Adam Hughes might make it up the inside, might make him dive on turn 1. This would be a great opportunity. This is where I'd go and get him. He's a bit further back now though, so he can't get the move down. The lights are on too. Starting to go dark time now in the sim now. So David Gallo just doing a 7-1 that lap too. What a great little lap there.
Yeah, and Adam's got to be really careful. He gets a bit of a bump through the corner there from Ray Oliver. Just on the brakes a little bit too heavy, and Ray pushes him around. So race control just catching up on a couple of incidents there. Jennifer Russell Real Estate there, the wing sponsor for the Crisscross Racing cars, as we see the lights come on, as Connor mentioned there.
Yeah, the lights are on, and the other one, Bruce Tannick and Marco up the front there. Bruce Tannick really putting under the pressure there. Bruce Tannick's had a really rough race, but to sit in P5's not bad at all. Adam Hughes is under the pump from Ray Oliver again, on board with Bruce Tannick now, the New Zealander. He's really been just in the stuff all night. Marco's been here. Bruce Tannick.
Oh, you had to go and curse it, and the rest of the field trying to navigate their way through.
Marco said, I'm going to hit my brakes, go up the inside, but he said it too late.
Adam's had a bit of contact from behind from the kitten cars, and he's managed to get through. He's going to make the pass on Andrew Lydon as well.
There. Bruce Tannick was doing so well there, but Marco just said go now, and he just hit his brakes instantly, and Bruce went straight into the back of him. Meanwhile, up the front is Sebastian Flock and Lachlan Capel and Jamie Dyke, and I think actually Michael Whiting's into P5, so he's made up 2 positions from that. Kyle Ridley is right behind Jamie Dyke as well, so he's done really well there. Michael Whiting.
All of a sudden, Adam Hughes and Ray Oliver up into 6th and 7th there with Tannick gone. So, all of a sudden the pro class is really heating up now.
Well, Adam Hughes is hunting down Michael Whiting now. So this is turning into a hot crack battle. So Ray Oliver, Adam Hughes and Michael Whiting, they're our top competitors just everywhere in the series. So Ray Oliver obviously in the Radicals last night. He did so well in the Radicals on Thursday night. Adam Hughes done really well at Spa. He's done well at Phillip Island in the Porsche Cups. Michael Whiting's done well in the Supercars. So this is huge.
And Braden O'Loughlin now really starting to get on the back of those 2 kitten cars as well. Obviously David Gallo not racing against him in the championship, David Gallo being in the pros, but Andrew Lydon there just up in front, leading the AM class, and Braden O'Loughlin in the juice car, just trying to get everything he can to get up and split those 2 kitten cars, have a crack at Andrew Lydon for the race win here tonight.
Yeah, definitely getting an AM victory would be good, but I reckon this pro class battle for P7 to P5 is even better up the front. I'm riding on board with Jake Edwards, but there's Whiting there just trying to gap him, but Adam Hughes is just pulling it in. Adam Hughes has just been an absolute weapon tonight, but you know where Hughes is going to finish wouldn't be bad at all. P6 or P5. It's not bad at all. He's not far from Flock at all. So he's up 17 spots. He's done amazing tonight. Letting it up to the main straight, now to the down to the fast left. So Ray Oliver is just being gapped a little bit by Adam Hughes here. Now, it's not massive, but he's just slowly pulling it out. Yellow flagged in Sector 1. There might be something going on there. We'll worry about it later. Adam Hughes just getting a great turn into the corner there. Andrew Lydon still leading AM class right there. P7, Ray Oliver just hunting him down. Oh, I'm out of breath. What a great race. Not long to go at all. 10 minutes to go.
On the timing screen right now, all over the back of Lachlan Capel as well. So the battle of the top three there right now, Flock, Capel and Dyke, all within a second. When you look at it there on screen, Jamie Dyke not quite as impressive as the timing screen shows, but Capel certainly looking to make a move. Having his, we've seen it so often before from Lachlan, he has a bit of a lap there to set something up, and then he makes the move. We've got, 10 minutes left now, just under 10 minutes left in the session. You see him starting to really poke that nose now. If you can get
Lachlan
a good run
Capel
through his next couple of corners, turn one dive, I think.
Lachlan Capel has actually been on a hunt all night tonight. It's just been such a great little battle between these two, P1 and P2. We haven't seen something like this for a long while. But Spa is probably the only one I can really think of with Hughes and Daniel. Daniel was one of Lachlan Capel's teammates. So let's have a look. We're right on board with him. If we can do that. Lachlan Capel's just been awesome. Then we can have her on board with Lachlan. Then we can see in the mirror Jamie Dyke. There we go. There's an onboard shot. Going up the gears onto the main straight. We're going to be going up to the fast left here now. Capel, this wouldn't be bad for a win. They are in the same little Discord chat, but it's on for young and old. They're both young competitors in our league. This has been awesome to watch them just evolve. You know, Lachlan Capel was great at Winton, then Sebastian Flock was great at, you know, Phillip Island he was really good at, very strong. So Flock getting a win here tonight would be a one on Capel. Capel was very strong at Winton, as we know. He was just very powerful in that Porsche. So does Capel make the move? Dodds was on the radio asking a question to race control. And Dodds requesting tow.
That's a safety car. Nathan Allen around again as well on station 4. So, okay. So race control, they're saying no safety car. Generally, when they request a tow, it is within the rules that there is a safety car. So, race control deciding that where Harry isn't going to cause any immediate impact on the cars. He must be right down the deep end of the sand, off the back of Danninglong. What is it? Danninglong?
Let's have a look at Dodds. Oh, that's David Gallo. That's Gallo. Gallo around, and he's just hit Dodds. Oh, that should have been a safety car. David Gallo getting black flagged as well. How is that a black flag? Let's have a look.
He's caused damage to Harry's car, so that's a black flag.
Yeah, right. Riding on board with Dodds, now we're on Gallo.
So he's not held his brakes here. You can see the wheels are still spinning. So yeah, failing to hold brakes through an incident, and that's resulted in a black flag for Gallo. Dodds is pretty much over at that point.
Not good for Dodds at all. He was on for a good little victory there, but now back to the battle up the front. Daniel and so now back on the flock here.
Now catching up to Greg Johnson there as well. So the lap traffic again going to come into play. 5 minutes to go, just over 5 minutes to go in this race. So we're going to see a couple more laps. So the light flashing has begun. Get out of my way. Oh, and defending into the corner. That's going to really hit them.
That's going to set Capel up for the run on the straight as Greg Johnson goes around. There's a bit of contact. Is that a black flag? Let's have a look.
Bruce, could be some controversy there. But Lachlan Capel literally riding the bumper of Flock up the back straight.
Down the hill. Capel, I don't think Capel wants to pass him at all. It's a defending move. If he didn't make the move there, he's defending Flock.
And Jamie Dyke right in amongst this as well. Just sitting there waiting for an opportunity. Bruce Tanaka is disconnected from the race as well, so he's decided to park it for the night. He's had enough.
How's this so? Dyke fighting with a Pro-Am driver. Lachlan Capel won at Bathurst as well in another league, which is huge for GT3s. Dyke's out of his comfort zone and he's in P3. What a drive from him. This is like Dodds at Phillip Island. What an absolute drive. Now we'll ride back on Kyle Ridley in P4. P4 and Pro. So he's not far from the leaders, but he's not close enough to have a battle with them. So he's just cruising along in P4. Car number 9. Now we're back in Ty Delaney's shoes. P5 in AM. Good little battle here between
Jamie Dyke gets a dive on Capel, but doesn't quite get the move done. Further back in the field though, Adam Hughes is under pressure from Oliver and Whiting as well. So there's a bit of action going on throughout the field right now. These last 5 minutes are going to be pretty exciting.
So Hughes is
fighting for position.
Hughes has got around Whiting, then Ray Oliver got around Whiting. I was talking about what a great battle that will be. We've already missed it, which is unfortunate. Cracking on though, Adam Hughes in P5. He's not far from Kyle Ridley. Wouldn't be a bad point score for him. But Flock tonight, if he can get the win, what a point score that will be. He will move up to P1. No doubt about it. Lachlan Capel, it's his, you know, they're not teammates, but they're friends. Capel's just going to pull him along. But, yeah, what a drive. That's all I can say from Flock.
Well, from Jamie Dyke as well, he's stuck right with them 100% of the way. You know, he's just waiting for that little opportunity. If these guys make a mistake, they come together. We've seen it before. Jamie Dyke here, you know, we've talked about that race win being not too far away. It could be tonight.
I mean, we talk about there's been mistakes. Chris Ireland and Matty Jones went together. You know, they're teammates and they went together and Chris Ireland lost the win. So it can happen like Brendo said. Ty Delaney on the radio now. So Jake Edwards is back into P8. What a drive from him. He was 2 laps down. He's done really well. Back into P8 for the pros. Michael Whiting's not far up the road either.
Ray Oliver now starting to put a bit of pressure on Adam Hughes, starts to poke the nose out off the line, pops out of the draft and says, hey, I'm having a look here. Meanwhile, down in the pro class, we see Greg Johnson, we see in the fence there, just on the corner of the screen.
Greg Johnson's actually black flagged as well, so I think he's just parked it up. Now, there's no safety cars coming out. Peter Pavlik actually blocking Flock. They're right behind him now. So there's a good little battle in the mid-pack for Pro. And at the front of the field, the top of town, is these three. What can Dyke do to get around Lachlan? What can Dyke get around Flock? It could be a great win. Flock has, I could be wrong, but I don't think he's won all season yet.
No, the best he's had is second.
So Flock has been unfortunate the whole time of this season. So this could be a great win for him. That's why he's flashing all these blue flag cars to get around him. That could have been a massive incident there with Peter Pavlik. Lachlan Cable's got a slipstream off Peter Pavlik so they can pull away from Dyke now.
Yeah, and Dyke staying with him as well. Done very well. Unfortunate there not to be right up on the bumper like Lachlan Capel is. You mentioned Flock's best result. That was back at Winton, second place. Third place at Phillip Island.
That was back when he was in the Merrick too, so it's looking up for him in the Beamer at Sandown. Some people don't have great results here, they just have bad luck. Like Simon in the Porsche Cup. White flag coming across the line, GT3 Mini Endurance, DSL Welding Services as our main sponsor. Racecraft Simulations is the round sponsor. What a round it's been. Hard on the brakes. Use all that ABS. Lachlan Capel holding up Dyke a little bit. If Dyke can get around to get P2, what a win that would be for him. It's not a win, but... Oh!
And a fishy car spun! Adam Simpson again in the way. And that's
teammate.
Jamie Dyke, huge!
That's a teammate for Jamie Dyke. Oh, what? Oh, that's going to kill him. Adam Hughes on the radio now.
And a black flag as well. He's just backed into one of the kitten cars.
Oh, no. He should have just towed straight up. Hughes on the radio. What's happening, Hughes? So Flock's coming across the line to get the win. Lachlan Capel, P2, Jamie Dyke and P3. What a win for Flock. I'm out of breath. What a race.
Yeah, what a drive for Dyke as well. And it seems Adam Simpson, not Adam Simpson, it seems Adam Hughes has collected Adam Simpson because he has suddenly found himself way down the timing screen. Oh, Nathan Allen's had a bit of a night on the race control as well, reporting another incident there. On the
and Andrew Lydon coming home in P1 for the AM class. Brayden O'Neill in P2, and who's in P3? O'Loughlin.
Matty Gerard coming home in third place. Big recovery drive from him.
What an awesome drive. He seems like he's always in P3 every time. What a drive.
Bit of a quiet achiever there tonight. We sort of just
mate, every time we race here in the GT3 Mini Endurance, he is always on a podium and he comes from absolutely nowhere. I should just call him the Kiwi, the Flying Kiwi, honestly.
Hey, that's what my nickname. Bang off.
No, you're not that. Oh, I'm not going to say that. Yep, definitely Coleman. I've read your text message. He's came out of his comfort zone.
Oh, it's just a congratulations. I thought we were going to get some extra action from race control on.
So we'll go to the front of the grid. We'll go to the front of the grid so we can get some photos of the cars. So we're having a look at all the guys. So the pros and the AMs will line up. So Jamie Dyke doing a burnout.
Yeah, we're gonna get some donuts here.
Yeah. Oh no! The traction control kicked in. So they just were letting loose. Awesome work from Capel and Flock. Oh, what a drive. An absolute drive from Flock. So, we'll drag... we've got Lachlan Capel in the green room, so we'll drag him in, actually. And say hi to him. Lachlan Capel, what a drive, mate. We know you're doing burnouts right now, but why not just pull you in right now, mate? What a drive.
Yeah, cheers, guys. thought Seb and I'd qualify to see, for practice purposes for another league and to see how we could go at the front and see if we could attempt another lap. And I may have had a slight shunt midway through one of the stints, but unfortunately the safety car just kind of reset everything and we just kind of cruised at the front, just kind of chilling.
Yeah, well, we saw you. We saw you have a massive run on Flock. It looked like you just backed out of it and just went, "Here, mate, here's the win."
No, I didn't have any run on him, I don't think. But if I did, it was just bump drafting because a couple of cars had moments in front of us, especially at turn 4. Okay. Past championship purposes, he wants to win. I'm out because I DNF'd 3 rounds in a row. So,
it's never fun, is it?
Nah, we're just having a good laugh, and good to see Seb get another win. We got a win last night in Ozpass 2 and Race 1. So, good to see him start to pick up wins in GT3.
Yeah, definitely, man. You obviously, as a very successful GT3 driver, we heard that you won at Bathurst, man, and coming to Sandown now, obviously an Aussie track. Where does it sit in your category of favourite tracks?
Personally, I don't really like Sandown. In terms of the way this car drives, you have to be very specific with the exact line, the exact braking marker, the way you turn in, because you always have to get some sort of run of the exit of both the last corner and turn 4. So it's a bit difficult to deal with that sort of stuff. Seb's just asking me for a little bit of push, but unfortunately my engine's also blown up as well, so I don't think I'll be able to keep him that way.
But
yeah, that's...
I was going to say, what a drive, man. Obviously, you and Flock are in a chat at the same time. What was kind of the radio communications like? Just a bit of laugh, bit of banter?
Yeah, at the end we ended up talking about PC parts, so got a bit... they have gotten a little bit bored at a couple times, but just coordinating some couple stuff. Obviously, we're not a part of the same team, but we're part of the same group of guys, so we'll pretty much help each other out whenever we can.
Yeah, obviously, Logitech and the Drop Bear guys, obviously you guys bash around together. It's always fun talking to your rivalries and having a bit of fun and having a laugh at the end of the day, because obviously we're all here to have a bit of fun and chill out after work and school and uni.
Yeah, for sure. I don't participate much in this V8 scene like Seb does, just because, as I've stated before, I'm not really very experienced with the car, but certainly with other events that me and Seb participate in together, very much close in terms of pace and that, and good to see him find quite a lot of pace in the Beamer. I was really struggling at the start of the afternoon trying to find the pace that he had, because I didn't have it, but luckily I was able to find somewhat the pace at the end.
Well done, mate. Honestly, what a great drive, finishing P2. We didn't get Dyke first, so we've kind of mixed it up a little bit, but hey.
We'll just go straight to first. We'll talk to Dyke last, I think.
Oh, unfortunate for him.
But well done to you, Lockie, and now we've got Flock. G'day, Flock. How are you, mate?
Yeah, pretty good, guys.
You obviously getting the win tonight, but we got informed that you got a win last night as well, mate.
Yeah, it's a bit unusual to actually race this much GT3 in a week, but yeah, got the heat race win in Ozpass, which was pretty cool. The bop was in favour of the Lambo, to say the least, but yeah, we'll take it.
We obviously you getting a couple of wins now. Does it kind of give you a bit of a confidence boost?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, every time drive the car, I just learn more and more and how to conserve tyres towards the end, and it's pretty important up the front, because if I started scrubbing tyres, I had Lockie and Jamie right behind me. They could have easily just sent one, and yeah, it's just all about learning, to be honest.
Sorry, could someone get Lockie back in?
I'll message him.
Yeah, we'll get Jamie in as well, mate. But you hi Jamie, give us a sec, mate. But you as a driver, mate, we see you in the V8 Supercars, and where do you kind of sit with the GT3s? Do you like them now more than the Supercar, or do you kind of a bit of a mixed bunch of feelings about it?
It's tough one. The GT, I mean, they're so different. Like GT3s, it's probably easy to push, but I don't know. I just like the supercar more because it's more on edge. But yeah, they're all good and bad in their own respects.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Take it away, Brendo, if you've got any questions, mate.
Yeah, no, not really, eh? But I mean, one thing I will just draw to your attention, Seb, is obviously the championship now definitely heating up. Adam Hughes getting caught in that incident there on the last lap. Haven't done the math in my head, but I think it's going to be pretty close for you guys now. What's the plan going into the last 2 races?
Well, I can't race next week, so that'll be a 0 for me, and by 70-something point drop around and get back added back on, I think.
Yeah, another 72 points added back on, yeah.
So that could be interesting, but I mean, it all depends on Adam's drop rounds too, and everyone else. It's just going to be so tight towards the end. It's pretty hard to call.
As it sits currently, Adam's had 1 missed round the first week at Watkins. His next drop is a 90. So yeah, it's certainly going to be pretty close. As you say, if you're not going to be there next week, it is going to put a lot of pressure on Bathurst, which, as we've already touched on, is a track that you've got plenty of experience in winning races on.
Yeah, it should be good finish to the season. I mean, regardless of where I end up, I'm pretty happy and had good fun. So yeah, bring it on.
Yeah, 100%, mate. And I think everyone loves Bathurst, but if you can get Lockie Capel back in, mate, we've got to thank his sponsors. And talking about sponsors, mate, who would you like to thank? Mum, Dad, whoever, mate, go for it.
Well, big thanks to Evolution Racing Team for all the effort they put in behind the scenes. Our sponsors, Logitech G, Harvey Norman, and Soldier On Foundation. Yeah, also thanks to Lockie, chatting to each other throughout the race and helping each other. And yeah, thanks to you guys and SRW for putting on the series. It's good fun on a Friday night.
100%, mate. It's a bit of a good wind down for an hour and 30 minutes of hard racing. It's never bad. And he's back in here now. Thanks, Lockie. I forgot to do one thing. Who would you like to thank, Lockie?
So I appreciate that very much, mate. Just a shout out to Drop Mos and all their sponsors of Incozy Engineering Solutions, Sam Blacklock Media, Hybrid Racing Solutions, and Revolution Race Gear. Also a shout out to you guys for putting on the broadcast, and as well Seb for jumping in and doing this as a bit of a fun series.
100%. Well done to you, both of you. For P1 for Sebastian Flock and Lockie Capel and P2. Well done, boys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Alrighty, and in unorthodox procedure, we jumped to 3rd place now. Jamie Dyke, mate, you there?
What's going on, boys?
Mate, one hell of a race from you, mate, that was for sure. 3rd place, talk us through it, mate.
I tried the alternate strategy, turning it into a one-stop. I ended up having to save like 11 litres over the race, which I had in the books. And yeah, safety car kind of just threw that out the window, and I had to fight every tooth and nail with Seb and Lockie, and well, those boys are quick, so I think, what was it, less than a second between the 3 of us taking the checkered. I'll take that.
Yeah, definitely, mate. It was sort of towards the end there, that gap was pretty close all the way through. Good battle with Kyle Ridley earlier. You referenced that pit stop there. That was that strategy there to try and get the jump in the pit lane?
No, it was simply just the one stop. I got ahead of Ridley and I pushed, and I saw that Ridley had quite a bit of pace. And he wasn't going away, so I thought you can go back past, mate, and I saved fuel behind you.
Because I was talking about that through the broadcast, and I was like, he's fuel saving. I know Dyke, and quite thoroughly, and I went, hey, yeah, he's fuel saving. Typical fishy Dyke thing to do. Mate, obviously, I
ended up saving about half a litre a lap.
Yeah, okay. Wow. Well done,
Yeah.
mate.
So I got it down to 1.6, and my usage full go was like 2.1, 2.2.
Yep. And the other thing I want to kind of throw it out there, I know now you'll probably half kind of go no, but you drive the supercar, that's your main car, right? We've seen you in that car so much, and I've seen you in that car so much. Was it kind of huge to verse Lockie Capel and Sebastian Flock? Like Lockie Capel won at Bathurst for the Pro-Am, what a massive league that's for, and he won at Bathurst, and he just won last night for the Pro-Am again for Evolution Racing. And then obviously you just jumping in and obviously finished P3 and not even that far behind. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, no, it's all right. I mean, I've raced both Capel and Flock like a lot, and Capel, is a weapon in these things. And Flock is like me; he can drive a lot of cars really quick. So, but I'm usually, there or thereabouts. Sometimes I'm quicker, sometimes they're quicker. It wasn't much of a oh my god, but no, credit to them, they are quick.
Yeah, like no credit taken away from you, mate, but yeah, you're an absolute weapon in anything we throw you in. And the other thing is we've seen great success from you, and kind of with Sandown. How did you feel about tonight with the track and the cars combo?
That was good. It was good fun. I wish I got the setup dialed in, because I kind of just ripped one off the cluster of setups that I had for the car. So
send me all those files, please.
I ended up using the Spa setup from VRS tonight.
Wow.
But yeah, other than not having the perfect setup, it was a good night. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I was going to say, any questions, Brendo? Throw him at it.
No, that was pretty much it, mate. Just give yourself an opportunity to thank all your sponsors now, man.
Obviously, I'd like to thank Infinity Designs, Precision Sim Training, DC Shades, Relax Marine and Game Fishing, Adrenaline Images, West End Motor Group, and Battery Warehouse. And all the boys that raced tonight, all the guys in the team, Mike for helping everyone out there for tonight, even though I didn't do much. And
Turned up and yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys.
I was going to say thank you so much for that, mate. But when are you and I going to battle next, mate?
Oh.
Are you turning up this Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be there.
It's Sandown, mate. Am I going to miss it? No.
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 Are you doing Bathurst this weekend as well, or not?
This weekend?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so.
Nah. Yeah, I thought I'd throw it out there, but I'll be there with the old Stuart. But well, good luck in everything else you're doing, mate, and we'll probably catch you around. And thank you so much for jumping in the booth and giving us a good old show, mate.
No worries, boys. You have a good one. Thank you.
Catch you later. Alrighty, we will move to the AM class, and third place in the AM this week, Mr. Consistency himself, Matthew Gerard. How are you, mate?
Good, gentlemen. How are you boys?
Yeah, good. We were sort of just watching, popping back to the AM class every so often, and truth be told, we didn't see much of you, and then the last sort of 5-10 minutes, all of a sudden you were in third place. Talk us through your race, mate.
Yeah, so it did not start well. I think it was second lap. I got shunted in the rear, and that was me, straight to the back of the pack. And then I became pretty well 2 laps down. And then what happened? Trying to let, I think it was Jamie and whoever he was battling.
Yeah, Jamie and Kyle. Yeah, we did see that one on the stream, unfortunately for you, mate.
Busted, man. But anyway, it is what it is. Jamie got past. Well, they both got past all right. And then the safety cars came out. And I was like, oh, here we go.
I was going to say, when you let Jamie and Kyle through, now, not to take the piss out of you, but when you let them go, you hit the grass and you went in the dirt. And I've never laughed so hard in my life, but
we did have a laugh at your expense there, mate. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, well, I was having a battle with one of the boys there, eh? In class.
Peter Pavlik.
I knew Jamie was there, and I was like, well, do I let him past, or no? I'll keep going. And I think it was the next lap around. I might have been, let him go. But hey, it all went wrong. I touched the grass and that was that. And safety cars came out, and then I got my 2 laps back, and it was just go for it. But Peter, he was outright faster than me, but he made the mistake, and they gave me through the race. So once again, I'll take that all day.
I was going to say, I think we've got 2 nicknames for you now. So put this on the back of your car. Get a notepad. Flying Kiwi.
Yep.
And Mr. Consistent.
The consistent Flying Kiwi. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. So put that on the back.
My Xbox handles like the last 12 years. Connor's just kindly donated that to you, so congratulations.
Oh, a privilege. Thank you so much.
It's like when when the Queen gets the sword and you're a sir or whatever it is. But mate, honestly, what a drive! And we don't see a Velocity livery on the car yet, but I'm loving it because I get to see the Kiwi car get flying.
Because no one's made one for me yet, so I might have to make my own. But hey, there's only 2 races left, so we might just leave it as is, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
definitely, mate.
Oh, awesome, boys.
If you changed your livery at this point, we probably wouldn't. If you changed the car now, we probably wouldn't recognise you, so it's probably safe to keep it the same way.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the side all chrome, not the actual underside, like I'm going to flip or something? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, well, that's it, eh? That's it.
Yeah, well, 2 rounds to go, mate. Hungaroring and Bathurst. You're currently sitting second with the championship. 4 tonight's points added on, chasing down Andrew Lydon there. How are those 2 tracks for you, mate? You feeling confident you're going to have a crack?
Yeah, Hungaroring, I'm not too bad at. Hey, I've raced it plenty, but funnily enough, Bathurst, I haven't really done a lot on.
Oh no! I'm sorry, mate, but I'm out of words. But I was going to say, mate, you've been a superb drive. You've just came from nowhere in the podium every time. We get to have a great chat with you about the phone, the car. You sponsors everything, mate. Go away and go ahead and say sponsors, mum, dad, brother, sister, anything, mate, relative. Go for it.
I better say thanks to the missus this time, eh? Looking after the kids and everything while I do all this playing around on the computer stuff. So, big
It should be in bed by now. It's midnight, mate.
Oh yeah, she will be, mate. She will be.
I was going to say, what's your wife's name, mate? So we can shout her out.
Yeah, Karina. So,
Karina. Okay.
And the sponsors, Velocity Simulator, JS Sim Shots, Here to Race YouTube channel, and Speedhouse, and all the boys on the Velocity Simulator team. So,
mate, honestly, what a drive. I hope your team's happy, your sponsors are happy, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. The AM class, we call them the amateurs, but honestly, these guys are next level. They're not even amateurs. Well done, Matty Gerard, mate. Well done. P3.
Awesome, boys. Thanks.
Righty, and straight into it. Second place, Braden O'Loughlin, mate. Congratulations. Talk us through your race.
Thanks, mate. Cheers, guys. Yeah, over the moon. Absolutely over the moon with the finish tonight. I was I've had a few shocking results and incredible bad luck. So I'm stoked to get a podium finish. Had numerous good battles during the race. Tucked in behind Michael Whiting for quite a while there, for probably about 10 or 12 laps, and I got my hopes up then because I thought if I can keep up with Michael, I'm doing okay. So stoked to get a top 10 result in the end.
I was going to say, mate, you had about 3 kittens behind you for a bit. How was that, getting hunted down by the 3 pink things in your mirror?
Yeah, that's right. There was pink on the screen all night, and it ended up being in front of me. But yeah, no, you can see them coming. They stand out like our cars do. The pink and the blue, they stand out on track. So you know where you are in the field. That's for sure.
Oh, mate, honestly, from Kyle Ridley, Ray Oliver, and yourself, mate, your team's just getting better and better. Obviously, Ray Oliver getting a win in the Radicals the other night. Your team's doing amazing.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, no, we're going great guns. The team's built up a really good morale, really good atmosphere at the moment. We're working really well together.
Just gelling very well. I mean, my team have been gelling very well, and we've been finding little break points where we're like, okay, there's our pace, there's our consistency. You know, we all chat together pretty much 24/7. We've got a group chat, we're always texting about, but do you kind of find you've just got that rhythm with the team that you can go, right, this is what I want with the setup, this is what I want for my paint, this is blah 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 blah, and it just works.
Yeah, exactly. And I have no idea about setting a car up. I'll be the first one to admit that. I paint all our cars. I can do that.
Oh wow!
I can do that with my eyes closed. But when it comes to setup, hand me a setup, boys.
Sorry, I was sorry to butt in about your paints. I just want to gloss over that quickly before we go to anything else. What is under the paint now? When I say under the paint, the spec map under the paint.
Yep.
What is that design?
So that is the backdrop or logo from Juiced Energy, our naming rights sponsor.
Okay.
So they've got a graphic overlay that they use on all of their media. So we've got that on our car. So it's got the juiced underlay.
Yep. Go for it, mate.
There you go.
I was going to say, Juiced is obviously a massive sponsor in your team. How long have they been sponsoring you now?
Juiced Energy have been with us for probably close on 18 months now.
Oh wow!
Amazing partners. So they 18 months ago were a startup company, Australian-made energy drink company. They make an energy drink powder that you mix with water, zero sugar, and they've just gone amazingly well. Like their company would have quadrupled in size in the last 18 months. So we've been proud to be a representative of their brand and partnering with them. So no, they're amazing support for us.
Definitely, man, and I can imagine we've just partnered with their own little partnership, and it's amazing to have that people backing you in every point of the direction, setups, paints, everything, and like I said, so it must be amazing, mate. So honestly, keep at it, and who would you else like to sponsor? Say?
That's all good. So obviously Juiced Energy, All Ports Gaming, Toyo Sim, FH Creative, and the Pet Door Company. Thanks very much to all of you guys. Your support of our team is awesome, and thanks very much to my teammates. We were very fortunate to have 3 cars in the top 10 tonight, apart from Ray's unfortunate end there. But thanks to my teammates, they helped me find the speed in that race.
I was going to say, you got any questions, Brendo, before we flick him off?
Nah, that pretty much sums it all up, mate. Congratulations, and we'll see you again next week.
Cheers, guys, and thanks for an awesome event.
Oh, and sorry, mate, for the about a year and a half ago with punting you off, by the way. I forgot to say sorry about that, DSL. I don't know.
Honestly, I'd forgotten it probably about a day after it happened, so it's all good, mate.
Yeah, sorry about that, man. I didn't get to say apologies, so about a year later, and I've said sorry. What a crappy excuse. So no, sorry about that, man. But great drive, mate. Well done.
All good. Thanks, guys.
Alrighty, and we go to our AM winner for round 7 at Sandown. Andrew Lyden, talk us through your race, mate.
It was a pretty uneventful race for me. I was lucky to be in a good spot there and had a good battle there behind Brandon for a while, and just managed to jump him in the pits. That was the only place where I was actually going to be able to get past anybody, I think.
Yeah, I mean, mate. Oh, go for it, Brando.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, like, throughout both classes, I think pro and AM, we definitely saw that the pit stop being the key passing opportunity, and when you took your time and how you made that up was sort of where most of the action was.
That's it. There was no, with the pace being so equal between cars there's very few passing spots. There was no draft to speak of, so that was the only safe place that was going to happen.
Yeah, mate, you were talking about it as a pretty uneventful race. Now, I don't know if you go and watch the stream back or anything, but I think from first place to last, mate, there was just battles through the whole pack. We had Adam Hughes, Michael Whiting and Ray Oliver battling. Then we had Lockie Capel and Sebastian Flock and Jamie Dyke going at it. Then we had the M class going at it. And you're like, oh yeah, it was all right.
No, I was in a nice, crazy little spot there. So I had my teammates behind me and chasing a few of the pro guys, and I think it was Braden there in front of me there for the first half of the race or so, and just look from I was in a nice little quiet spot, in the middle of the race there, so I missed all of that excitement, which I'm not too sorry about.
You were there all the time, mate. You're really underselling your drive. You were sitting on the back of those pro guys for so long. Your teammates right behind you. It was a great drive to watch.
No, it was good fun. No, so the setup of the car worked out really well. So it just got quicker and quicker all the way through the race there. The tyres hung together, so there's a little bit of pace still left up the sleeve. And the trickiest thing was just letting through some of those really quick guys who came back through the field, trying to do it in spots that wasn't going to damage both of us.
Yeah, obviously, you and the Kenton guys, we've seen you in the F3s, and we were talking about it with Brendan. It was you guys have kind of transitioned from your F3s to your GT3s now. I've always commentated you guys in the F3s, not always, but I've been there, and you guys have always been battling through the F3s and never given each other any room. It's been awesome to watch. Now you've kind of gone into the GT3s, so you kind of go, okay, we're going to work together a little bit because it's the Mini Endurance sponsored by DSL. Is it worth just working together? And because obviously we saw that through the whole race, so having your teammates there would have been amazing.
Yeah, no, we're definitely talking. I managed to jump Daniel there at the start and offered to let him back through, but wasn't holding him up, so he was happy to stay there. There was no point battling each other. We were just going to take each other out. So yeah, just crunch the laps down, keep it clean, and try and keep all the cars there at the end. But unfortunately, Daniel and David had a few incidents, so they ended up dropping back through the pack a bit.
Yeah, mate. Now, in terms of the championship, that makes it 3 on the trot for you, having won last week at Fuji and the week before that in Phillip Island. But the points are still pretty close. You've got Matthew Gerard chasing you down, Hungaroring and Bathurst to go. How are you feeling about those last 2 tracks, mate?
I like both those last 2 tracks, but all it takes is one little slip up, and you can end up finishing down the back of the pack, and it's a lot of points at stake. So I think the strategy is going to be the same, just to try and keep it clean, be consistent, and just make sure you get a good car at the end of the race.
Yeah,
mate, what a stellar drive tonight, mate. I don't think you could have done it any better. Everyone, Andrew Lydon, who would you like to thank, mate, from your sponsors? Mum, missus, anything, your wife, sorry, or girlfriend, mate. Absolutely go for it, because Matty Gerard forgot to shout out his wife, Katrina, so go for it, mate.
No, definitely Kittens, our main sponsor, Email Technologies, Driver 808, and TDK Civil.
Nice, mate. Good on you, mate. P1. Don't think you could have done it any better. Everyone, Andrew Lydon, well done, mate.
Cheers, guys.
Well, that pretty much wraps everything up, ladies and gentlemen, for our GT3 Endurance, Mini Endurance, sponsored by DSL, and round sponsored by Racecraft Simulations, and all our other sponsors, Warren Brown Tools, Promo Department, Dragon RC, and I think that's Melville Equipment, and I think that's about it. And Toyo Sim. So thank you to all those guys, and from Brendo, myself, and from Toddy in the background doing the cameras, been an absolute awesome, and everyone viewing from tonight, it's been an absolute pleasure. Connor Pixie Nixon, always in the booth, talking the mouth, basically a leg off a chair for 4 months a week. So from the Leb and from Brendo, have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.
Yeah, catch you later, guys. Have a good one.